The Space Coast Daily High School Football Game of the Week is on the air for this Friday night, a very rainy night here in Brevard County, and we're back at the O-Dome once again, the home of the Merritt Island High School Mustangs, and this is a real traditional matchup going back many years. It's Merritt Island with a record of 1-2, hosting the Palm Bay Pirates. A good 20 minutes from here, from down south. They come in with a record of 2-1. And a pleasant good evening. J.C. Meyerholtz along with Zach Clark. And again, kind of monsoon conditions. Looks like the rain might be slowing down a little bit, but there's no lightning delay. So no matter how hard it rains, they're going to try and get this game in. As far as Merritt Island, they come in 1-2. Of course, lost that tough Week 1 game to Cocoa in double overtime, 30-24. They bounced back to beat Melbourne High, 42-21. And then last week, quite the shootout up in DeLand as DeLand High, who beat them here 35-28 last year. Well, the score got even higher in last week's game. DeLand defeated Merritt Island 57-51, despite the fact that Kevin Verpail, their outstanding quarterback, threw for 476 yards and 5 touchdowns, but it just wasn't enough. So Merritt Island coming in at 1-2, Palm Bay at 2-1, and Palm Bay's righted the ship a bit. A 2-game winning streak. They lost their opener to Astronaut, but they bounced back with a 13-0 win over Bayside and a 34-18 win over Cocoa Beach last week. And I bring in my partner, Zach Clark. Zach, great to be back with you after I had a hiatus last week. But, hopefully the weather will settle down and we'll have a good football game tonight. Again, Palm Bay and Merritt Island traditionally in Brevard County. Just a great matchup.
Yeah, we're in for a treat here tonight. And obviously two teams. Merritt Island coming off that tough loss, as you mentioned, but also Palm Bay underneath head coach Kevin Mays, off to a 2-1 start so far in his return to Brevard County. And we got a little bit of the conditions out here are going to be very wet out here today. Yes. And so that's probably going to impact a lot of the strategy offensively of how both of these teams are going to be able to operate. With the ball being so wet, it's going to be very hard to pass the ball and be able to get completions very timely. So I expect a lot of running the ball here tonight. But we're in for a treat between these two storied programs here in Brevard County. And both of these programs have had a lot of postseason success here in Brevard County, Palm Bay Pirates, and all those years with Dan Burke and the job he did with the Palm Bay Pirate program, and obviously the Merritt Island Mustangs and their storied history. Both programs, very proud programs here today. And we are going to get underway. It is very rainy, as mentioned, but we have not had any lightning, so that is a blessing in disguise. But both at all the captains are getting ready to take the midfield right now.
Yeah, let's take a look at the co-captains for Merritt Island. They got 4 of them. Devontae Peterson, along with Ethan Holt, Kevin Verpail, certainly no surprise for him. He's also the team's part-time punter and starting quarterback. And then you got Alex Schaefer, one of 2 Schaefers. He has a brother named Nathan. So 4 captains for Merritt Island. For Palm Bay, just 2 guys are out there. Looks like 88, Nate Foreman, who is a tight end, but Coach Kevin May says he really doesn't use the tight end that much. But Foreman is a big guy. He'll get in at least defensively along the line. And that looks like number 9, Gabe Smith, I think, is on the other side. So our referee tonight is Mike Cornell. He's throwing the coin up, and what do we have? Someone just deferred.
Palm Bay will defer.
Okay.
Merritt Island will receive.
All right, so Palm Bay defers. Merritt Island will receive. They turn around. So Merritt Island will go left to right, and Palm Bay right to left to start things off. And the rain's letting up a little bit, but still coming down significantly. Not too many people in the stands.
No, it is there's probably about, probably can count the amount of people on one hand, pretty close anyways. About maybe 10 people here.
Yeah, we could do the unofficial attendance, and you look across the field at Palm Bay, there are 3 people out there.
Yeah, it's very rainy out. I think a lot of people are in their cars at the moment, trying to hope to wait it out a little bit. And but we are scheduled to get here underway on time right now with no lightning delay. So we are we're going to get started here in just a little bit and get new additions here to the O-Dome. We have play clocks now here in the stadium. So if you can pan over to the right, you can see that we got a play clock over in each end of the end zone for both of these squads.
Oh, there's the other one. I didn't see that one earlier.
Yes. Okay. So we have 2 play clocks here tonight. That's a new addition, and it is an addition that I talked to the people at Merritt Island. They said they got some donations to be able to get some play clocks in here. So that'll help Merritt Island in their in the problem that they were having earlier in the season with delay of games. So,
Well, again, you imagine quarterbacks have so much to think about. What about a high school quarterback?
Right.
Somebody that's like 16, 17 years old. You have so much swirling around your brain. You really want a visual for a clock so you know how much time you have to snap the ball. So,
yeah.
Appreciate people, donating the clocks. That definitely helps out. Now, you and I did this game last year over at Palm Bay, and it was a very unusual score, 41-2. Merritt Island pretty much dominating, so they jumped out 35-0 at the half and then scored only 6 points in the second half. But Merritt Island had 13 first downs in that game, pretty much controlled it from the start. Kamar Felder, he's the guy that we're going to call probably quite a bit tonight. He had a 67-yard touchdown run in that game. Kevin Verpail, pretty efficient game, 7 for 11, 212 yards and a touchdown. And Dontarius Robinson, obviously a guy we have to keep an eye on for Merritt Island. He's having a very good year. Last year, 4 catches, 89 yards for a touchdown for the Mustangs. Not really much to say about Palm Bay in the game last year. Braden Cook, I don't think he's on the team anymore, 16 carries, 65 yards. So, the Palm Bay players that are back from last year, who remember playing Merritt Island in their home field, they remember that game. They want to try and make a statement here tonight and play much better.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the first year underneath Kevin Mays and the job that he undertook in taking over the Palm Bay program, you think about all those years and all that success he had at the Vieira Hawks for a number of years. I mean, he did so well, and then he went up to Baker County, went up there for a few years, and now he's back here in Brevard County. This is the first game that we're going to have him here on Space Coast Daily TV for the season, his return to Brevard County, and starting off in the O-Dome.
Well, Zach, I hate to say this, but we already have a mystery player. Number 34 is kicking off for the Pirates, and he is not listed on the roster. So we'll see how he does here. So about 2 minutes shy of 7 o'clock on the East Coast, and here we go. Palm Bay and Merritt Island. It's a very, very short kick taken by one of the up people at the 28-yard line. And that's Jarvis Howell. He's a key guy on defense and one of the up people in the kickoff. So returned it about 4 yards, and Merritt Island have pretty good field position, just shy of their 35-yard line.
Merritt Island giving up 57 points last week to Deltona. It's going to be curious to see how this team comes out of the gate, scoring so many points last week. And I'm curious to see also Merritt Island's defense here in just a little bit, where we'll see their defense. How they able to be able to gel here early offensively, because in the first couple games we saw Merritt Island, they have a little bit of a problem getting started early and getting the offense in sync. I'm curious to see how this starts off here for Merritt Island.
So again, Kevin Verpail, the starting quarterback, he's a junior. Got a Lane Adams in the backfield, and he'll be spelled by Alex Hernandez at times. Shotgun, first down play, handoff around the up the middle, and a pretty good gain, probably about 2 yards. And that was Lane Adams, who's really starting to blossom as a running back. Really not much last year, but this year 123 yards through 3 games. Short gain, and of course no huddle offense. This will bring up a second, call it 7 from the 35. So again, Verpail out of the shotgun. Got triple receivers out to the left. Just the one setback, that is Adams. Verpail awaits the snap, looking to a 4-man line. And it's a handoff. Stutter stepping is Adams, trying to pick up something. And very similar to the first run, just a few yards, although he's trying to move the pile. Is that the tush push? So he gets about 5 yards.
Oh, what a great
Should have been stopped for 2.
Great job to keep the feet just chugging along and carrying along the Palm Bay Pirates with you. Makes this third down a lot more manageable. His first contact was right near the line of scrimmage. Would have been 3rd and 7, but a great job, a great push there by his buddies in the offensive line and in the backfield, getting him up to only within about 1.5 yards.
So Merritt Island has moved it up to the home 42-yard line. Double receivers both sides. Verpail again has Adams to his side. Here comes the snap from the 42. Again, 3rd and 1. And the give goes to Adams. He'll have the first down. Big gain there up to the 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 6 and just shy of midfield.
It's going to be so important for Palm Bay, and it looks like we have an injury timeout now. We got our first injury of the game. But it's going to be so important in a game like this where the ball's not going to be expected to be in the air too much. Ball's going to be on the ground a lot. To be able to, on first contact, bring down the offensive player for a lot of these defenses. Leaky yards, you want to make sure that when you get that when you first make contact with the ball carrier, that you bring him down immediately and not let these leaky yards. And in circumstances like this, you know, when you're going to be running the ball a lot, it's going to be a battle of the trenches here today.
Let's take a look at the offensive line while we have this brief break. Joey Sonnenberg's the center for Merritt Island. 2 guards are Alex Schaefer and Kevin Martinez Fontañez. Andrew Metcalf is the left tackle. Cameron Clements is the right tackle. Deshaun Thomas, he'll line up anywhere. Tight end in the backfield, number 8, very good player. Dontarius Robinson, again, having a very good year. He's got 18 catches, 342 yards. You have to be wary of him. And they brought the golf cart out. Hopefully this is not a serious injury, but whenever you see the cart, that's never a good sign. Along with Robinson, looking for Kamar Fielder and Keith Hamilton as far as receivers, Femi Howard and Drew Sarver. So they've got about 5 receivers who they can on periodically to catch balls from the junior quarterback, Kevin Verpail. Again, Adams, the primary guy in the backfield. Alex Hernandez will spot for him. Now, Rashawn Monroe, who's a key guy on kickoffs and also in the backfield, he is out for tonight's game. Not a serious injury. They seem to think he might be back for next week, but no Rashawn Monroe. And I'll tell you what, let's, I don't usually have a lot of time to do this, but let's take a look at the defense for Palm Bay. 2 defensive ends are DeMar Sprague Hopkins. He's on one side along with Malik Brown on the other. 2 tackles are Nate Foreman and Jordan Brennis. The 2 cornerbacks, Lamarian Harris, he also appears on offense. Caden Newton, very good player. He appears on offense as well. They go with 4 linebackers. The outside guys are Dorian Beauchamp and Caden Fonte, Fonte on the last name. Billy Brown and A.J. Messenger are the inside linebackers. And then James Barton is the free safety. Well, again, Kevin Mays, the head coach, trying to turn around this Palm Bay program. And it's hard to believe when I say that last year Palm Bay went 0-10. That is so unlike the Palm Bay programs from the past. But that was the case. So Kevin Mays, after being away from Brevard County for about 8 or 9 years, after starting the Vieira program, he is back at his alma mater. All right, here we go. First down play. Ball is caught. Nice gain there up to about the 33-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about 18. And that was Drew Sarver on the reception. Nice pass by Verpail. Nice catch by Sarver. And another first down for Merritt Island.
Good little short pass there for Verpail, and he'll be able to connect to his wide receiver and get enough for a first down. And Merritt Island's got something cooking here on this first drive.
So another first down, their second one on the drive. Handoff Adams around the left side, has a hole. 30, 25, 20, 15, and down near the 12-yard line. So give them a gain of about 21. And Merritt Island is in business. A very quick drive as we're just 2.5 minutes into the game, 9:30 to go. And Merritt Island trying to get on the scoreboard here real quick. Again, shotgun, single receivers left and right. Actually, 2 receivers to the left. Handoff once again to Adams. He is the workhorse back for Merritt Island. Gets over the 10 to about the 9-yard line, so gain about 4. And let's see, they can, looks like they can pick up a first down if they get just inside the 5.
So far, so good here for this Merritt Island offense. Looking very strong here early on, utilizing a couple of a pass, and now just doing a great job to the running and running through arm tackles. They're doing a great job.
Verpail, quick pass, kind of a fade pattern. It's incomplete, intended for Deshaun Thomas.
One of their favorite targets in the red zone, that big body wide receiver / tight end. He can line up in many different positions. You'll also see him in a wildcat position as well if they get close to the goal line. He's one of their unique packages that he can be able to come in certain situations and be able to get those short yardage.
So the line of scrimmage is the 9. So they need 9 yards for the touchdown. They need about 5 for the first down to make it first and goal. So third down play, rolling out Verpail. Has a receiver, but he's cut down quickly. That'll be a loss of a couple of yards. Nice tackle there by number 22, James Barton. And also Beauchamp coming up. And here comes Liam Miller, one of the best kickers in the county. He's 15 for 15 on extra points. He's 2 for 3 on field goals. 22-yarder against Cocoa, and then last week 42 yards against DeLand. And really for him, this should be a chip shot. The line of scrimmage is the 17, 27-yard attempt for Liam Miller.
Chip shot, but it is pretty hard with the wet ball. So
yeah. The snap looks good. The kick looks good, and it is good. So an early score for Merritt Island. Probably disappointed they didn't get the touchdown, as that was about a 55-yard drive, but good job by Palm Bay to make the drive stall. But Merritt Island does go up 3-0, 8:08 to go in the first quarter.
That was definitely a win for the Palm Bay defense after giving up that amount of yards and getting down into the red zone and being able to bend, not break. And right there, a perfect example of a Palm Bay Pirates for Kevin Mays and his program. That's something that you can take as a win right there. Stalling that drive when you're inside the 10-yard line, that was a well-done job there for that Palm Bay defense.
So, again, 8:08 to go in the first quarter. Again, J.C. Meyer, Zach Clark here at the O-Dome at Merritt Island. Full slate of other games going on. Let's see, we got First Academy playing O'Galley tonight. That's one of the key games.
Yep. Zane, our own Zane Garcia is down for that game. And another big game tonight is also the Heritage Cocoa game tonight.
Yes.
It's another big one.
All right, Liam Miller lining up for the kickoff. They place the ball in the 40. And back deep, it should be Lamarian Harris, number 8. Caden Newton, number 11. So 11 is closest to the screen. And then Harris, not very far from him, in the middle of the field, about the 5-yard line. So 3-0 Merritt Island. So Miller gets his left foot into it. And just a short pooch kick.
Oh.
Almost like an onside kick. We got a penalty flag down, first one of the game.
Going to be a little bit of early movement on Merritt Island. They're going to have to back up 5 yards and do it over again, and that's really going to hurt their chances at trying to catch Palm Bay off guard after trying to do a little bit of an onside kick there. I
don't know why you would do that this early, but so 5-yard penalty, and now Miller will kick from the 35. So the two people back deep, Lamarian Harris and Caden Newton, will move up about 5 yards as well. If you're Miller, he's got a great leg. Why not just kick it deep and maybe hope for a misplay with the slick ball? It's still raining, but it has significantly gone down in volume.
It has, and one thing about Merritt Island is it has field turf, so that's not natural grass out there that
I
you're
know.
having to deal with.
It's a beautiful field. It drains pretty well.
In terms of having overall footing and everything like that, it's really nice conditions, even if it does downpour rain. You can barely tell if it even rained down on the field.
I remember the Vikings and Rams about 50 years ago played a playoff game in the Coliseum, and it was the Mud Bowl. Fran Tarkington was the quarterback for the Vikings. A little pooch kick, and the man will go out of bounds, and that's 15, one of the up people. That is Dorian Beauchamp, who is also a backup running back on offense. So here come the Palm Bay Pirates. Their quarterback is Bill Thompson, and he wears number 0. In the backfield, Caden Newton, a key guy to stop if you're Merritt Island. 350 rushing yards for the year, had a 100-yard game against the Astronaut, had a rushing touchdown last week. So it's Newton. Also see Blaze Brown and Dorian Beauchamp in the backfield from time to time. Receivers are Timothy Sidaros, Lamarian Harris, and Aiden Davis. We'll set the line here in a moment. But for Palm Bay, down 3-0. 8:05 to go, first quarter. Their first offensive series. First down for the 37. Thompson, quick pass out to the flat and caught. And not a bad gain, about 5 yards.
Well, great field position here after the decision to do a little bit of a pooch kick there by Merritt Island. Sets up Palm Bay in excellent field position. Already Palm Bay at midfield.
That was Lamarian Harris on the catch. And like Merritt Island, Palm Bay goes to the no huddle. Second down and about 4. Pass over to the flat, and it's very close to the first down, right at about the marker. Looks like he's going to be a little bit short. 2nd and 1 coming up. So another good pass there by Bill Thompson.
They're actually
that went to Newton.
They're going to give him the first down, actually.
Well, the Chain Sticks are still doing second down. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Good job. You're a prophet. First down from the 48. Boy, you're ahead of the people on the field. All right, shotgun. Thompson will run it up the middle. Good burst of speed up over the 45 to about the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 9. He'll be shy of another first down. This will bring up about a 2nd and 1.
One of the great things for Palm Bay is they can spread you out and they will work within the box and do a lot of QB draws and be able to take advantage of some of the mismatches in the middle of the field. Thompson
pass is incomplete at the 35-yard line. In and out of the hands of the receiver. So that'll bring up 3rd and 1.
That was 2nd and 1, so it gives you a chance to be able to try to stretch the field a little bit. Still 3rd and 1, manageable, probably in 4-down territory here. Wouldn't not be surprised if they pass the ball again.
Got triple receivers out to the left, including Davis and Sidoros. Direct snap, Thompson. He will have the 1st down. Another nice run by him. That'll be a gain of about 6, and he gets over the actually, they got to mark it at the 39, so 1st down for the Pirates.
It's going to be so important for Merritt Island to keep Thompson in the box. Make sure he does not get outside the pocket and that they stifle those A gaps and B gaps and be able to eliminate those rushing lanes for him.
Pass by Thompson, and it's incomplete. It was intended for number 7. That is Blaze Brown. Good alliteration on that name. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Merritt Island checking in defensively. We got 95, Jaden Thomas, just a freshman. He is a big guy. Looks like he's on the defensive line.
Looks like we have an illegal man downfield, so it's actually going to be a 5-yard penalty, and I think they're going to accept this.
I would think so, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so, yeah, it's Palm Bay being backed up. So an eligible man. Ball placed down at the 44, so called 1st down at about 15. Again, the Pirates in road white, Merritt Island in black and gold. Snap to Thompson. He's flushed out of the pocket, being chased. We got a flag down. Pass is incomplete, intended for Aiden Davis. And as they say on the professional broadcasts, the flag was in the area of holding, and that's what it is, a penalty, offensive holding on Palm Bay.
Yeah, I think Merritt Island's going to take this, and now it's going to be 1st down and 25 coming up for the Palm Bay Pirates. They got to get down to all the way to the 29-yard line to be able to get a 1st down here.
So a couple of nice runs by Thompson up the middle, a couple of nice passes, but now Palm Bay is going backwards. And it's still going to be 1st down. And 1st down and called about 20. Backed up in their own territory, the 46. Double receivers right and left. Thompson shotgun. He has it. Quick little pass out to the right side. It's caught up to the 50 and out of bounds inside of midfield to about the 48. And Harris on the completion. That'll be a gain of about 6. And that'll bring up a 2nd down. And, oh, boy, they have to get all the way down to 29.
Yeah.
So
they got a long ways to go, and that's going to be a little bit challenging for them, but they got to take it in doses. You can't really try to get outside your skis here and make a mistake.
So called 2nd down at about 19. Triple receivers to the left. We got motion by Harris. And ball's loose. But it's recovered by Palm Bay. Again, we could see a fair number of fumbles tonight just due to the slick ball. It is still barely raining. It's like drizzling now. We had a monsoon for about a half hour out here.
Yeah, it was coming down pretty hard, but right now Palm Bay has a really tough situation. Probably going to have to do a screen here. Don't want to do anything that'll cause a turnover.
So 3rd down and 19. Thompson has it. He's looking deep down the field. He's gonna just overthrow his receiver.
Man, he had him.
Take a little touch off of that, and that could have been 6. And that was Caden Newton on the attempted receiving. And back deep, that was Zach Olson on the coverage.
Circle that. Man, Palm Bay might go back to that play in a little bit. They had a step on Merritt Island there, and a little bit of a mismatch outside on the outside edge. Just totally blew past his man, and Merritt Island was almost caught there for a touchdown, but now brings out the punting unit for Palm Bay. They're going to get the ball, the Merritt Island Mustangs, with should be decent field position here.
So the quarterback, Bill Thompson, is also the punter, standing on his own 39. Snap is high, but he gathers it in, gets it off. Kind of a wobbler, but not a bad kick. It's going to take a bounce, going to be fielded at about the 7-yard line, circling to the right, up to the 20, to the 30, still in bounds. Still in bounds. Oh, my goodness, he could go all the way. I don't see any flags. Wow, touchdown. That is Kamar Fielder, who last week had a 67-yard, or actually it was in last year's game, had a 67-yard touchdown run, and that one's about 70 yards.
Great vision there by Fielder. A lot of people thought he was going to just run right out of bounds, but he just tiptoed along the sideline, kept going, and then no Palm Bay Pirates were there, and they just kept on going. He had a few blockers out ahead of him and did a great job there, just seeing where the people weren't, and went and took it to the house. That was about a 95-yard touchdown return on a punt.
Oh, was it that long? Okay.
It was, yeah, the ball was taken back about inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, it was inside the 10, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so 5:25 to go in the first quarter, and drawing second blood is Merritt Island. extra point coming up. Verpale will be the holder for Liam Miller. Again, he is perfect on extra points this year, including tonight. He is 16 for 16 on the year, and we got a penalty in the backfield.
Boy, in that last return, head coach Kevin Mays is ripping his hair out about that. He had a chance to maybe try to pin the Merritt Island Mustangs deep in their own end zone, and then you give up a punt return for a touchdown, and now it's a two-possession game.
Looks like an ineligible substitution. Again, our referee tonight is Mike Cornell. I wish the Jets would have done this last week. They decided to go for two when there was a defensive penalty, and, of course, they missed it. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Just go for the extra point. The kick is good by Miller, so 2 for 2 in extra points, and it is, field goal and an extra point. So 10-0 Merritt Island will break and be right back to the Space Coast Daily.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
All right, J.C. Meyer, Zach Clark here at SpaceCoastDaily.com. Thanks for joining us tonight. It is 10-0 Merritt Island. So again, we had a field goal by Miller, and then a touchdown on a punt return by Kamar Fielder. And I tell you always hate to give up a special team touchdown. If you give up a special team touchdown, more than likely you might lose the game. So Palm Bay has to come back from that.
If you're head coach Tyler Murray, this is going great right now, and how you wanted to start a game. There's been a few times where in this season they've had a little bit of a slow start offensively in terms of getting points up on the board. Well, here you go. In the first a little bit over 6 minutes, you got 10 points up on the board, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're a Merritt Island fan. And for Palm Bay, it's going to be a pretty big possession coming up, and we got a flag here for a delay of game on Merritt Island.
Oh, gee.
Wow.
So there was an ineligible substitution for Palm Bay, and Merritt Island's going to kick off from the 45. Now it's going to go back to the 40, which is where it originally would be. So some kind of mental lapses out there for both teams. I mean, that should not happen before a kickoff happens. So Lamarian Harris and Kate Noonan, it's a squib kick, and it's taken by one of the up people. That is 44. James White taking what I guess was an onside kick, only about a 15-yard kick. And again, I'm not sure what the strategy is. You got a slick football. Why not kick it deep? And Palm Bay's going to have good field position there.
Yeah, for the second time, Merritt Island just kind of wants to try to maybe get the early turnover, or they don't trust their kickoff coverage unit. I'm not quite sure, but you're giving Palm Bay half the field at the moment, and a chance for them to be able to respond after that punt return for a touchdown.
So you got Aiden Davis for the Pirates split out to the left. You got three receivers out to the right. Thompson shotgun, first down play. Little screen pass out in the flat up to the 45 and barely back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. Looks like they'll give him a gain of 1. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looks like Newton was the one who caught the ball. Kamar Fielder, one of the tacklers in for the Mustangs. And they called a gain of 2, so 2nd and 8.
Number 7 out there, Blaze Brown's got one of the best first names you'll have.
Oh, yeah, good alliteration. Handoff up the middle. That'll be close to a first down. Called a gain of about 8. And that was Blaze Brown. Got to love that name. Sounds like he probably has good speed, I imagine. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. Again, no huddle offense. Man, no huddling anymore in football, I guess. Handoff up the middle, and that'll be another first down, and that is Blaze Brown again, still on his feet, carrying the pile to the 39-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 8. And Palm Bay will have a first down.
Oh, he blazing through a few tackles
blazing,
there. We're going to have fun with that name for over the years. But We got ourselves a timeout, an official's timeout here for a water break, and a new set of downs here for the Palm Bay Pirates. They got something cooking here, knocking on the door of the Erdman Automotive Red Zone, which also brings us to, we want to make sure we thank our sponsors here for today's game. Health First, Erdman Automotive, Eastern Florida State College, All Points for their great support of high school sports here on Space Coast Daily TV. Great supporters of the Friday Night Locker Room. We want to make sure we give a special shout out to them. Without our sponsors, we don't do this, and this is very important that we make sure we give them a shout out. And if you are looking for a car, there's a lot of great deals going on at Erdman Automotive right now as they start wrapping up. It's only a few more months till it's the end of the year, so if you're thinking of a gift or you're thinking of maybe getting that new car for the 2026s that are about to start making their appearances, now's the time. Go to Erdman Automotive. They got Nissan, they got Toyotas, they got everything out there. So
I'm not sure how many Erdmans went to Melbourne Central Catholic, but a whole bunch over the years. All right, first down play for the 39. Pirates hand it off up the middle. That'll be a gain of about 6 to the 34-yard line, and that is Blaze Brown again. So Brown getting the bulk of the carries lately. Alex Schaefer on the stop for Merritt Island. And gain of 5, second and 5 coming up. Thompson once again, shotgun. And Thompson will keep it around the right side. Big gain to the 30 to the 25, and he skedaddles out of bounds. That'll be a gain of about 9, and Palm Bay will keep this drive alive. That'll be another first down.
Well, that first drive, Palm Bay had a few penalties that hampered their drive, but so far they've been having no problems really moving the ball here on this drive. Looking very good right here. Knocking on the door of the Erdman Automotive Red Zone at the moment and trying to get a response here after that being down to 2 possessions right.
All right, handoff up the middle. Goes to Blaze Brown again. That's about his 4th carry on this drive, and he's still on his feet. I tell you, the whole Merritt Island team is there, it seems, and Blaze Brown finally goes down. I mean, about a 4-yard gain up to the 21. I'll tell you, I'm amazed by the strength of these athletes, the running backs. They're surrounded by about 5 or 6 of the enemy, and they still continue to pump their legs and keep the drive going. As Blaze Brown is going to get a well-deserved break. So he will go to the sidelines. This will be a second down and called about 6 from the 21. Shotgun Thompson, handoff up the middle. And with it is number 15, that is Dorian Beauchamp. So Beauchamp is the backup running back to Brown, and he gets a nice gain of about 5 yards.
So far a good drive here. Looks like I got a whistle, and that's enough for another first down. So Palm Bay doing a great job with the interior run game at the moment, being able to take advantage of some of the mismatches on the inside. The offensive line is opening up some big holes.
So first down for the Pirates, double receivers both sides, but it's a handoff once again to Beauchamp, and Beauchamp with another nice run. He's probably lobbying for some more playing time. But again, you got guys like Newton and Brown who are also good, and it's hard to get the playing time, but a couple of good, nice carries there, and gain of 9 for Beauchamp. And let's see, we got a timeout, Palm Bay. So they used their first of 3 timeouts with 2:25 to go in the first quarter. Again, Merritt Island leading at 10-0, and Palm Bay trying to answer here.
Actually, I think it was a timeout for Merritt Island. The referee just pointed in the wrong direction. He just went over there.
Why does he do that to me?
I don't know, but
he pointed that way.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for clarifying.
Timeout Merritt Island. Coach Murray not liking what he sees right now, and for good reason, because right now Palm Bay is just having their way. Right between the guard and the tackle, they are just opening up some huge holes over there. So Coach Murray's going to probably make some adjustments here to be able to try to at least maybe hold Palm Bay to 3 points here as they approach the goal line at the moment.
So both these coaches are coaching their alma maters. Tyler Murray, a graduate of Merritt Island. And you talk about Kevin Mays, again, those Vieira teams from 10, 12 years ago. He pretty much put Vieira on the map. He left town for a job at Kissimmee that didn't quite work out, and then he went up to Baker County for about 8 years and did a nice job up there. But Kevin Mays, his alma mater is Palm Bay. He was an assistant coach about 20 years ago. And again, a graduate of Palm Bay High, and now he's back trying to turn around the alma mater, which again went 0-10 last year. All right, so second down and 1 at about the 7. Shotgun Thompson. Brown is back into the game, gets it over the middle, And he'll gain maybe about 2. He's still pushing the pile. And
Jeez.
oh, we got sportsmanship. One of the Palm Bay players helping out one of the Merritt Island players. That's Newton.
Great second effort there by Brown, being able to push the pile and get just enough for a first down. Now it brings up first down and goal.
So this will be a first and goal from the 5. Your Palm Bay, you really want to push this into the end zone. It's a fake play. Thompson has it, and Thompson dragged down nicely. Thought he was maybe going to be able to get into the end zone, but taken down, I think, by it was Jonas Walters, 21, in the tackle. So no gain. Second and goal from the 5. Double receivers left and right for the Pirates. On the left side, it's Davis and Sidoros. Sidoros, the inside slot guy. Motion, jet sweep around on the left side. And we got a fumble. Again, slick ball, and it was not taken care of, and Merritt Island has the football. That is a killer for Palm Bay.
That is a kick in the head for Palm Bay, and that is just a very poor job there by Harris, who had a chance to be able to get that ball in the end zone, just wasn't able to secure it as he was getting ready to cross the goal line, got it punched out right before he was getting ready to cross, and now Merritt Island gets the ball back and a chance to be able to tack on to this lead. And Palm Bay so far offensively moving the ball relatively well, but penalties and now a turnover, and then you had the punt return for a touchdown, just kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit here early on. But for the Merritt Island Mustangs, golden opportunity now with 1:30 to go here in the first quarter to be able to get some points up on the board right before the end of this quarter.
So that was about a 55-yard drive at Palm Bay that amounts to no points. Not very good field position for Merritt Island, but they'll take it. Handoff up the middle, up to the 10, the 15, and up to the 21-yard line. So that'll be a gain of about 11, and that'll be a Merritt Island first down.
Merritt Island's going to move with some tempo right now, and this is exactly what they want, to be able to get the ball out of their own end zone. Now they can run their offense with relative ease and not have to worry about that goal line.
So first down for the 21. Handoff Adams around the left side. Cuts it inside. He'll gain about 3 up to the 23-yard line. Clock ticking down to under a minute to go in this first quarter. As checking back in for Merritt Island is Kamar Fielder, who returned that long punt for a touchdown, giving Merritt Island their first touchdown of the night. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Down to 40 seconds to go in the quarter. This could be the final play of the quarter. Again, no huddle offense, but Merritt Island trying to get coordinated, get to send 3 receivers out to the far side, including Dontarius Robinson, who again is having a tremendous year. But they will stay on the ground around the right side. It's Fielder, and Fielder will go out of bounds. The clock will stop with 21 seconds to go. So at least one more play for this first quarter. So he'll gain about 4, just shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 31. Actually, the 32. Oh, okay, that's a first down. They're a little slow with the chain gang over there. Kevin Verpale kind of yelling at his players, saying, get in the right spot. Come on, guys, we practice every day. He's a good leader. One of a few Verpales that have gone through this program. All right, short little pass out the left side. It's caught up to the 35 and about the 40-yard line. So that'll be a gain of about 8.
Wow, number 78, Joey Sonnenberg's the center. His helmet came off, so he's going to have to come off for one play as it's going to be.
And 66 is checking in, Skylar Freeman. So he is the backup center to Sonnenberg. Sonnenberg, a good one, though. He'll get his faculty straight and probably be back in the next play.
Actually, they're going to say that his helmet was ripped off by the defender, so. Now they're going to send him off. So
Skylar Freeman, 66, he's looking like a yo-yo.
Yeah.
Goes back and forth. All right, so while he's out there, Skylar Freeman will try and make a block here. All right, the clock has run out. That's the end of the first quarter with a score Merritt Island 10 and Palm Bay nothing. We'll pause. This is the Space Coast Daily High School Game of the Week.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily, the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day, and all at no charge thanks to our successful advertising clients. And also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today to get your message seen on Space Coast Daily and take your business to new heights. Get launched with Space Coast Daily. Call 321-323-4460 today.
All right, start of the second quarter at the O-Dome in Merritt Island High School. Again, J.C. Meyerholtz and Zach Clark. It is 10-0 for Merritt Island. They have the ball once again. It'll be a 2nd and 1 from their own 39. We got motion far side Sarver, but it'll be a handoff around the left side, and that'll be a first down, and that is Elaine Adams. So, again, Adams being prominently in the lineup, as he usually is, getting another rushing play, and he'll gain about 5, and that'll be another Mustang first down.
Merritt Island got a little bit of a good drive here after starting on their own 5-yard line. Now back almost near midfield right now, so good drive. At least flipping the field a little bit in terms of field position.
So first down for the Mustangs from their own 45. Double receivers out to the right. And quick pass by Verpale. It is caught and quickly out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds is Dontarius Robinson. So for Robinson, his first catch of the night. And for Robinson, that is his 19th catch of the season. He leads the team in that category. So gain of 5, 2nd and 5. The ball just about touching midfield.
And the rain has totally subsided now at JC, so now you can start seeing these teams really air the ball out a little bit more.
All right, shotgun, Verpale. He'll throw it over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. That is Sidaros at the 31, to the 40, to the 45, and near midfield. That would be about a 17-yard return. And Timothy Sidaros, who's a very good wide receiver, also plays both ways at free safety. And that pass was telegraphed right to him. Sidaros with the turnover. And, again, Palm Bay very disappointed. They didn't score on their previous drive. Now they'll try and get things together, down 10-0. They'll get the ball back near midfield.
Yeah, their third possession near midfield. Every possession they've had, they've been starting at about the 40, 45-yard line. Here they are starting at the 47-yard line after the interception. And that one just got a little bit away from Verpale. I think he probably would have liked that one back and maybe kind of put that one more on the line as opposed to letting that one float up a little bit more. But good opportunity now for Palm Bay here near midfield. Try to get their first points of the game.
So number 0, Bill Thompson, back at quarterback. Shotgun, triple receivers to the right. Lining up alongside of Thompson is Newton. And Newton will get it around the right side up over the 50, and he's taken down. Knocked down nicely at the 49-yard line, about a gain of 2.
Great tackle there by Jarvis Howell.
Yeah, Jarvis Howell, he is Mr. Tackler. I think he leads the team in tackles defensively. Still, not a bad gain, 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Blaze Brown, we're keeping an eye on him. He's now lined up as a slot receiver to the far side. So double receivers right and left, 2nd and 7. The ball just over midfield at the Merritt Island 49. And the give, it's a hot potato. Get the sour cream out. Slippery ball. Maybe slippery bar of soap in the bathtub would be a little bit better. So, again, a slick ball. They try and dry it off from time to time, but sometimes you don't have the chance. When you have the know-how offense, it's very hard to dry the football off.
It is, and that kills drives. And for Palm Bay, now they're behind schedule now. Now you got a 3rd down at about 13.
Gee,
wow.
It
just really limits your opportunities to be able to try to pick up this first down. And it's just, once again, Palm Bay just shooting themselves in the foot a little bit.
You just got to secure the ball better when it's, wet. You should probably carry it with both hands. Shotgun, Thompson has time. He's running around like Fran Target did 55 years ago, and he throws it out of bounds.
Wow. I know he wanted to try to get rid of that ball. He still had a little bit more time. Could have extended that play a little bit. He had some wide receivers down here that he would have been rushing towards if he would have come by near the near sideline that he could have been able to pass to. Maybe try to pick up that first down. Thought that was a little bit premature there. He was under pressure, don't get me wrong, but 3rd down and 13, your team's looking to pick up a first down, throwing that ball away like that quickly.
So it's 4th and 12, and Palm Bay has to punt. They're just inside their own territory, the 46. Again, Bill Thompson, the quarterback, of course, with a guy like Thompson being the quarterback and the punter, you can always maybe look for a fake. He is standing on his own 35, but he's going to punt it away. And a short kick, but it looks like it's an effective kick. It's going to bounce, and it's going to be downed at about the 33. So Merritt Island will have pretty good field position. Again, they're up 10-0 with 9:30 to go. So, again, this is one of the great rivalries in Brevard County football. Palm Bay and Merritt Island going back many years. And then next week, another rivalry will continue as Palm Bay will travel down to Melbourne. Or actually, they'll travel down to their home field in Palm Bay and take on their good friends, the Melbourne High Bulldogs. Again, two campuses that are literally about 2 miles apart off of Babcock Street. So that'll be a good matchup, Palm Bay and Melbourne next week. Merritt Island's going to host St. Cloud, I think. I'll double-check the schedule there. All right, so first down from the 35. You got motion near side. It's Sarver. And handoff Adams around the right side. And Adams will gain about 3 up to about the 36-yard line.
Well, with 9:15 to go here, both teams kind of trying to find a little bit of a rhythm right now with after that turnover on downs there for the Palm Bay Pirates. Merritt Island will love nothing more than try to extend this to 3 possessions before they get ready to go into half.
So 2nd and 8 for the 36. Handoff Adams trying to bounce it to the outside up to the 40 and to about the 41-yard line. So he'll gain about 6 up to the 41. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and call it 3.
Boy, Palm Bay is really challenging these Merritt Island wide receivers up front. You look at the box, there's about 10 guys in the box right now. They are just challenging Merritt Island to throw the ball downfield again.
So we got Sarver, Robinson, and Howard all split out to the right, triple receivers. 3rd down, and they'll stay on the ground with Thomas. Oh, no, that's Fielder. I'm sorry. Fielder, number 6. Thomas is number 8. That was number 6, Fielder. That'll be a gain of about 15 up over the 45-yard line. A great burst of speed by Fielder, who, again, just a few moments ago returned a punt for a touchdown.
Yeah, Fielder's feeling it right now. You want to make sure you go with the hot hand at the moment and just keep running that play.
Okay, handoff once again. Fielder up the middle. Fielder. He'll get another 1st down as he gets it up to the 30-yard line. So I'll tell you, good playbook so far for Tyler Murray. He's really mixing things up with his running backs and his passes, really keeping that Palm Bay defense guessing.
Oh, Fielder's going to take, well, looks like we have a
timeout of the field. I wonder if this is a water break. It might be a little early, but it is a timeout of the field.
I think it's timeout Palm Bay.
Wow. Well, they're looking disorganized.
Looking a little bit disorganized, and they're Merritt Island's just opening up some huge holes right there, and you don't need to pass the ball down the field when you're getting huge gashes like that right up the middle of the gut of the defense. So Coach Mays wants to try to make some adjustments here and try to solve that pretty quickly, but man, what a job here so far for Fielder. Kamar Fielder having a great game thus far, and got the punt return for a touchdown. He's got to be approaching about 100 yards right now on the offense side of the ball, and 7:47 to go here until the half. Keep riding it. Keep going. You don't need to pass the ball at this point when you're getting huge runs like that.
I want to mention about Verpale. What a week last week in a losing cause, 57-51 at DeLand. 5 touchdown passes, 32 for 49, 476 yards. Imagine having a game like that and it wasn't enough for a win. Very frustrating. 1st down play. And handoff out to the left side. It's Adams. Adams up over the 15 to the 10. He's kind of thrown out of bounds. No flag. Guess his momentum kind of carried him out. So he gets to about the 10-yard line. Nice gain there, and that'll be another Merritt Island 1st down. And they're looking good here to possibly go up by 3 scores, which would be tough for Palm Bay to come back from.
Absolutely. Fielder checks back into the game now. I would not put the ball in the air at this point with how you've been having so much success on the ground.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, just stay on the ground. Motion far side, Sarver. Pass to Sarver on the flat to the 10 to the 5, and he's belted down. He will gain 5. And so Sarver, nice carry, but he paid for it at the end. Sederos had the interception earlier with a nice tackle there.
Here comes the the jumbo package here for Merritt Island. 2 offensive linemen check into the game and 2 wide receivers check out. So you know what they want to do here. This is going to be power run game.
So this will be a second down. So it's a second down for the 6. They can get a first down if they get to the 1. Otherwise, it's almost like a second and goal situation. And there comes Jarvis Howell, who never seems to get a break. He is back in on offense here for the Mustangs. So he's got to line up in the backfield along with Thomas. So that is a power look in the backfield. Handoff, Thomas. And Thomas, where is he?
He's in the end zone.
He's in the end zone. Okay, boy, disappeared with all the, looked like a rugby play.
What a touchdown there for Thomas, is just using that big frame of his, being able to take a couple Pirates along with him right into the end zone. A great power run game. Good job there by that offensive line. And just doing winning a hat on a hat and pushing the man across from you back in his own end zone, and there you go. A touchdown right there. Now they're up. It's 16-0. Pending the extra point, they can go up 3 possessions.
All right, so Thomas scores his 3rd touchdown of the year. Adams a late check-in for the extra point. So it's 16-0. And Liam Miller will come on for his 3rd attempted extra point of the night. Well, actually, this is his 2nd. He had the field goal. And it's a bad snap, and Verpail is running around for his life. Where's Roger Stahlback? There's a throw to Miller, and he gets the 2 points. Wow. So Miller will not have too many receivers or receiving 2-pointers, but Liam Miller got open, and Verpail ad-libbing out there very well.
It was ad-libbing, but I think it's actually going to be coming back. It's going to be an illegal man downfield, I believe.
Oh, no, really?
So,
That's a shame.
And a Chinese fire drill like that where everybody's running around.
Isn't Liam Miller allowed to catch 1 pass in his career? Because, I mean, he's such a great kicker, and you don't think of him receiving, but evidently, penalty against Merritt Island. The officials are discussing it. Let's see what the signal is here. Mike Cornell hustling out into open space. Yeah, an eligible man downfield. Okay. So assuming a good snap here, I mean, Miller still should be able to make the extra point.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely within his range.
And he's 16 for 16 on the year. He was 27 for 28 last year. He actually had the nerve to miss 1. So he's pretty much automatic. All right, Mike Cornell, the referee, is still trying to sort things out. He has his entire crew around him, which includes umpire David Allmiller, head linesman Doug McAllister, field judge Anthony Turner, and John Holman, the side judge. And I guess they're going to allow the 2 points, I guess.
Okay. Well, that's...
I'm sure Kevin Mays will not be happy about that.
No, I
mean, you signal a penalty and then you take it back. I don't get it.
I don't see that too often.
So
we don't have review here. We don't have to go to New York.
It's probably coming in a few years, though. But I mean, you got to have the personnel to execute that effectively. So Kevin Mays probably not in the best of moods because it's 18-0, and now he gets a 2-point conversion that is overturned and in favor of Merritt Island.
Wow.
So it's a very strange score, 18-0. You don't get too many of those. I'll tell you, don't get too many 41-40 games like the Bills and the Ravens. I think that was the first one in history that ended up 41-40.
Yeah.
And again, this game last year was 41-2 over at Palm Bay High.
You don't see too many 57-51 games either.
And that was last week against DeLand. Yeah,
unless it's basketball.
But that DeLand club is good. Again, I did the game here last year. 35-28 DeLand defeated Merritt Island. So no boredom in those games. You don't want to be a defensive coordinator, though.
No, I would give you a headache except for you're a defensive coordinator. The following week, man.
I would not want that job. Jarvis Howell is going to check in late here for the Liam Miller kickoff. So back deep in the kickoff should be number 8, Lamarian Harris, number 11, Caden Newton. Now, Kevin Mays did mention to me, and I had a nice chat with him on the phone. He says he doesn't have much depth. Squib kick, loose ball, and I think Merritt Island has it. And they are celebrating once again. Mustang football right at midfield. So maybe they have something going with those onside kick. Hoping for a turnover, and they get another one.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you another possession here and keeps the Palm Bay offense off the field, keeps your defense off the field. So it's when it works, you're brilliant, but when it
Yeah.
doesn't work,
Yeah.
everybody's like, man, what's this guy thinking?
Yeah, what is he thinking? Yeah, well,
So Tyler Murray getting credit now for a successful onside kick, and now an opportunity with 6:17 to go here to be able to punch some more points up on the board.
okay, this might be a water break because we're about midway through the quarter.
Yep.
So why don't we take a break? 6:17 to go in the first half. It is 18-0 for Merritt Island. You're watching the high school football game of the week on Space Coast Daily.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Off the turnover by Palm Bay, Merritt Island has the ball back. They have an 18-0 lead with 6:17 to go in the first half, and Merritt Island really has a chance to maybe put a nail in the coffin here. First down play from the Palm Bay 49. And handoff to Adams up the middle, big hole, 40 and 35-yard line. Call that a gain of 15, and I'll tell you, Lane Adams might be on his way to a 100-yard game. He has had some nice runs tonight. And that's another nice one. That'll be a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 36. So I'll tell you, the Palm Bay defense lately has been on the field a lot, which is kind of unfair to them. Again, turnovers by the offense, making the defense play extra. All right, handoff up the middle. And short gain there. It looks like Hernandez in the game. Alex Hernandez, who is the backup to Adams. So gain there, I guess, of about 4. Okay, Caden Fonte getting into the tackle along with James White. So second down at 6 from the 31. Mustangs with the ball at the Palm Bay 31. Shotgun Verpale. Goes back to pass, throwing it deep down the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Drew Sarver has a headache as he put his hands on top of his head saying, I should have caught that ball. But he's a high school kid. He makes mistakes like we all do. That was a perfect pass by Verpale.
It was a perfect pass,
Yeah.
and if he would have just been able to just reel that in, I think he might have seen the end zone. Maybe it was looking where he was going a little bit, and because there was no Palm Bay Pirates within about a couple yards of them.
Yeah.
He absolutely blew past.
That was perfectly placed by Verpale.
Yeah.
Again, Verpale with 5 touchdown passes last week and a loss. I mean, you throw for 5 touchdowns and you don't win the game. I mean,
Right.
kind of disappointing for him. I'm sure he'd trade those in for a win. All right, so third down, call it 6 from the 31. Merritt Island should have at least 2 of their timeouts remaining with 5:09, the clock stopped. You know, again, it's the no-huddle offense, but Verpale trying to get anybody organized, has Adams to his right. Shotgun, back to pass is Verpale, trying to get out of the pocket. He'll throw it. He'll complete it up to the 5-yard line. Caught by Keith Hamilton, his first catch of the night. What a pass by Verpale, throwing on the run. But that'll be a gain of about 25, and Merritt Island be in business. It'll be first and goal.
Beautiful job there by Verpale, extending the play and being able to keep his eyes downfield and seeing his open wide receiver right there. First down and goal coming up.
All right, handoff up the middle. It's going to be a touchdown to Lane Adams, a 5-yard touchdown run, and Merritt Island is blowing out Palm Bay. It is now 24-0 with the extra point coming up.
Somebody's helmet came off there for.
Oh boy, that's always scary.
Yeah,
As long as the head doesn't come off,
that's right.
we're okay with it. But
That's right.
the Merritt Island cheerleaders are getting a good workout tonight. They're going to run down to the end zone and celebrate this touchdown as Liam Miller comes on for the extra point. Again, Verpale, he very barely gets off the field. He either punts or he holds for extra points. So Miller looking for his 3rd extra point of the night. He is perfect for the year. He is still perfect. Kick is good, but we got a penalty flag down. So the penalties are starting to mount a bit. Again, Mike Cornell is going to, he's the guy in the white hat. He's going to sort things out.
Diego Alford is the
Diego, huh?
So the injured Mustang there on the unit, not able to put any pressure on that right leg right now. So.
Oh, wow. Gee. All right, what do we got here? Okay, they're pointing toward Palm Bay.
Personal foul.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, boy. Palm Bay is unraveling right now.
So they're going to push that over on the kickoff, and now Merritt Island could probably try another onside kick, and even if they don't recover it, they're going to be pin Palm Bay about the 35, maybe 30-yard line if they want to do that as a little onside pooch kick again. But, man, what a response there for Merritt Island once again, being able to take advantage of the onside recovery, converting it to 7 points, and like you said, JC, 25-0 right now. And it's not like the Palm Bay offense has really had trouble like moving the ball. It's just been problems with penalties and turnovers, and it's just been a comedy of errors at this point for the Palm Bay Pirates because they've moved the ball relatively well. But you got to take care of the ball in these situations, and then this is going to be a learning moment here for Kevin Mays and his young program of being able to take care of the ball. Because you can see they can be able to compete with Merritt Island. They can go up and down the field, but they just cannot. That does not do yourself any favors for your defense when you're having to put your defense out there after all those mistakes.
You know, if you're Miller, you might try another onside kick because he's kicking from the Palm Bay 45.
Yeah.
Or you could just kick it out of the end zone. I mean, he could easily get a touchback here. But it's a dribbler about 20 yards up the field, taken by one of the up people at the 25 and to about the 34-yard line. Not a bad gain at all, about a 9-yard gain on the kickoff, and that was 25, Caden Fonte. Zach, I want to point something out. You mentioned Diego Alford. He's on the bench now. Looks like it might be an ankle injury, but he was getting a lot of love from his teammates saying, hey, you're going to be okay. And they're like hugging him. I thought, wow, that's really nice.
Yeah.
That's togetherness.
Yeah. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Hopefully they have a trainer out here that's going to check him out. So, anyway, 4:39 to go. Palm Bay might have 2 timeouts remaining, 4:39 remaining, and down 25-0. Again, they've had a couple of chances at least to get on the scoreboard, and they've been shooting themselves in the foot. All right, Thompson, shotgun. Handoff, Blaze Brown, who's had a pretty good game. He's had some nice runs, and a pretty nice run here. He'll gain about 5 up to the 35-yard line. Again, 4:29 to go in the half. I mean, Palm Bay, if they can push it down the field, can try and get a score here.
You can get a score, and plus, don't forget, you also get the second half kickoff as well. So a little opportunity here for maybe them to try to climb back into this game. You need to get some points, though, on this drive.
So 2nd and 6 for Palm Bay from their own 36. Looks like Thompson might be calling it audible here. He's got Blaze Brown to his right. Double receivers left and right, taking a lot of time. Down to 16 on the shot clock, which is now visible. Handoff Brown up the middle. Brown with another nice run. He's probably got at least 30 or 40 yards, and now he's pushed back by the Black Swarm, that is the Mustang defense. So with forward progress, they'll give him the 41, so he'll gain about 3 or 4. And 52, Caden Chmielewski on the tackle. He's a defensive tackle with quite a name. Chmielewski, yeah.
3rd and 2 coming up here. You're probably in 4-down territory for Coach Mays right now if you want to try to be able to climb back into this game.
You could be. Shotgun, Thompson. He's looking. He throws it. It's incomplete. I think somebody might have deflected it. So incomplete pass. He was looking for Sidaros. And it's going to be 4th down.
At this point, you're down 25-0 with 3:21 to go. You're basically in a position where you feel like you need to go for it just to be able to have a chance to climb back into this game.
So 4th and 2, handoff, and he's got the first down and much more. Up over the 50, it's Beauchamp up to the 41-yard line. Nice run by Beauchamp to keep the drive going, and that'll be a gain of about 17. So Beauchamp keeps the drive going, and Palm Bay with the first down.
And another injury timeout. I got an injured Mustang on about the 40-yard line, and can't quite see who it is right now, but
injuries, I tell you.
Yeah, we've had quite a few here tonight.
In the opening weeks of the season, a lot of it's usually cramps, but some players are getting banged up here.
Still a lot of time to go here in this half. 3:10 to go. Palm Bay, they really would love nothing more than to try to get a score here, and then get the ball at the end of the second half, be able to climb this back into a 2-possession game if you can get a couple scores here on your next couple possessions. And for Merritt Island, this is really no familiar territory. I mean, Palm Bay's been moving the ball relatively easy tonight. It's just been
they've had some good movement. They just
penalties and turnovers.
Slow them down. Yeah. Hey, by the way, can we mention Orville Susan?
Yeah.
He is back on our other broadcast tonight, which is O'Galley and First Academy, joining our friend Zane.
Yep.
So, Orville, welcome back. I know you've had some health problems. We're glad you're back, and we hope your comrade Steve Wilson will be back soon, another guy with health problems. And, two really great guys. We just wish them well as they continue to get to better health.
Absolutely. Welcome back, Orville, and we hope to have Steve here by the end of the month. So
those two guys cannot be any different as far as personality, but two really good guys. I mean, Steve Wilson, known as the professor. He kind of looks like a college professor. He looks very classy and dignified.
He does. Yeah.
Orville looks a little different. All right, shotgun, Thompson from the 43, first down. Thompson's looking deep for Sidaros. He is double teamed and blanket coverage. Sidaros went up for it, couldn't get it, but he was blanketed, and why not? He's probably the top receiver for the Pirates. And let's see, one of the players down there was Fielder, who's playing a heck of a ball game. Again, he had the punt return for the touchdown earlier.
Well, Thompson had somebody. I had a couple Pirates down the field. You need to flatten out that pass a little bit more. That was a little bit too high.
So second down play, handoff Blaze Brown. He's had some nice runs up the middle and gets another one here. He's still on his feet, being surrounded by a black swarm once again. But he'll gain about 7 up to the 33-yard line. So we got 2:43 to go in the first half. Palm Bay would not only like to score here, but whittle down the clock to just a few seconds and go in the locker room maybe with some momentum. Again, they will get the ball to start the second half. Shotgun Thompson, handoff Beauchamp up the middle. Beauchamp's had some nice runs tonight, and he gets about 5 here inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line.
Gets enough for a first down, get a new set of downs here with 2:20 to go. Lots of time here for Palm Bay.
So, again, the Pirates on the move for about the third time tonight. Again, disappointed by not scoring earlier. They're looking to score here, and then we got whistles on the field. I think we got a timeout.
Merritt Island.
Timeout Merritt Island, it looks like. So 2:12 to go.
2:12 to go, and a lot of time right now. And I think Coach Murray just wants to kind of reset his defense and get into the proper personnel groupings here, because Palm Bay running that no huddle. Merritt Island's not able to get substitutions in during that time, so your defensive line can get pretty tired pretty quickly. So they wants to try to get a new substitution in there and get some fresh bodies up front.
I think we get mentally tired doing a broadcast where both teams are doing the no huddle.
Yeah,
it tires us out too, but in a different way. And
that's right.
I mean, you really have to be in good shape. Of course, Chip Kelly was at Oregon, tried to bring that to the Eagles, and it failed. So in the NFL, maybe you don't run it as much.
Right.
So
it puts your defense in a tough predicament too.
It does, yeah.
You want to score points, but if you're not giving your defense a breather and you go 3 and out, it really puts it's really taxing on your defense over the period of a game.
All right, so first down play for Palm Bay from the 27. Actually, it looks like 28. Shotgun Thompson looking at about a 4-man line. He gets the snap. He is looking deep. He is looking toward the end zone. Double coverage, and it's almost intercepted.
Wow.
Elaine Adams had his hands on the ball. It was intended for Beauchamp, but again, great blanket coverage by Merritt Island. Double teamed the receiver there, and Zachary Olson was also there helping out Adams.
Thompson definitely needs to put those throws on a little bit more of a line. He's throwing up some watermelons right now for Merritt Island.
Watermelon, huh?
It is very easy to probably try to pick that off.
Okay, second down play, and Blaze Brown probably with his worst run of the night, but he didn't have any blocking in front of him, so he gets cut down. He'll lose a couple. 1:53 to go in the half, clock ticking, so Palm Bay has to be wary of the clock and also be wary of the fact that it's now third down. And about 13 to go. Triple receivers right side. Thompson has time, rolls out. He's looking, he throws. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of the receiver, and that was Lamarian Harris. So another disappointing drive for Palm Bay because it's 4th and 13. I mean, a field goal here would be about 49 yards. So I think they just have to go for it. We got a timeout. Good timeout by Coach Mays to talk it over.
Yeah, I think in this situation, you're 4th down and 13 right now. You're going to call timeout. You're going to want to think about this because this is a pretty long field goal if you even want to attempt this.
Gee.
I mean, this is about a 47-yard field goal. 4th and 13. You can pick that up, but you need to have your best play in motion and maybe maybe try to think of maybe some crossing routes or the deep crossing routes maybe would be an option here. Or if you want to try to, they do have mismatches in terms of height on the outside if they wanted to take advantage of that, maybe deep down the field. But Thompson needs to get that ball up in a better place for his wide receivers to make a play on the ball because right now Merritt Island's defense, they're playing bracketed coverage right now, and they're able to just pick that off very easily. They're throwing into double coverage. So
I mean, you don't necessarily have to get a touchdown here, but just get the first down because there's still 1:37 to go. And you don't want to score too quickly, but you do want to score. You don't want to give Merritt Island any chances, but you do want to get in the end zone. So 4th and 13 from the 31. Thompson back to pass. He is looking. He's going to run it. He's going to be shy of the first down, however. He'll gain about 8, but he needed about 13. So turnover on downs, and Merritt Island will have the ball back.
I saw what he saw, and they looked like he had some room out there. But, man, you got to get on your horse if you're going to try to pick that up on 4th and 13 because Merritt Island's defense swarms the ball. They're really good on pursuit in terms of their defense. And just another missed opportunity there for Palm Bay. And 1:30 to go. Merritt Island still has some time to get some points up on the board here. That's more than enough time for this offense.
Unlike last year's game where Palm Bay didn't really have a lot of chances to score, they scored only 2 points. I mean, tonight they've had the chances, and they scored those 2 points last year in this game in the third quarter. So it looks like, barring something unforeseen, they're going to be blanked in the first half. So here's Verpale out of the shotgun, first down play. And there's a loose ball. You got to fall on that. Don't worry about picking it up. And Merritt Island gets the ball back. Boy, that was almost a Christmas gift about three months early.
Everybody in the crowd, you could hear the air come out of the crowd here, up here in the press box. That was a little bit of a scary situation there. But second down and very long right now. I think Palm Bay still has one timeout remaining. I would not be surprised if they get a stop here on a run that Palm Bay would call a timeout.
We're under a minute to go. Yeah, we're about 3.5 months from Christmas, so that could have been an early present, which Palm Bay definitely wanted. But Merritt Island got on top of the ball. First down and long. They have to get to they have to get way up the field at 34. All right, handoff up the middle. Nice run there.
Wow.
Gain about 5. I'm not quite sure who had the ball, but let's see. I think we're gonna have a timeout. So timeout. As signaled by our referee, Mike Cornell, and timeout for Palm Bay. They might be out. 40 seconds to go in the half.
Yep, that is their final timeout. So, an opportunity here. If Merritt Island wants, they could just kneel on this, and this could be the end of the quarter if they would want.
If I'm Merritt Island, I don't take any chance because, slippery bar of soap, the ball, can come loose, and they fumbled, but they got it back, so.
And you definitely don't want to give in a position where you would have to punt this ball away, give Palm Bay a chance to maybe return one or get a block. So I would not be surprised here if Merritt Island just kneels on this and then goes in at the half up 25-0.
I'd be content with that. So Merritt Island leads the all-time series 9-6, again winning 41-2 last year. So, as might expect between these two proud programs in Brevard County, the all-time series is pretty close, 9-6. Merritt Island leading the all-time. So, again, next week, boy, Merritt Island's been playing a lot of home games. They're going to be home for St. Cloud next week. And, again, Palm Bay is going to go back home and host Melbourne in the Battle of Babcock Street.
Oh, yeah.
Again, separated by like 2 miles, if that, the two campuses. So, I mean, if there's a Auburn, Alabama, or Harvard, Yale kind of thing, it's those two teams. They could almost walk to the opposing stadium. I mean,
that's right.
Might be like a 25-minute walk, but anyway. 40 seconds to go. So they have to get to the 34. So third down, and I would call it at least 15. So long snap count here for Pale shotgun, and what do we got here? Got another whistle. And we got a timeout Merritt Island. So the two teams are playing chess, trying to figure things out. So 40 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, not quite sure what the strategy is on that one. I mean, 40 seconds to go. The thought is that you would just run a play and go in at the half, but maybe Coach Murray just wants to see what kind of formation that Palm Bay would come out on and see if maybe they could take advantage of that. If they're only playing one high safety and then maybe you try to throw one deep across down the field and maybe try to bust one. But at this point, I think Palm Bay is pretty well content on playing two high safeties, playing prevent, and going in at the half at this moment.
So again, our other team of Orville and Zane doing the first Academy O'Galley game. What do they call it? The Battle of the Surfboard, Satellite and Cocoa Beach? Is that what they call it?
Yep.
The A1A battle with the surfboards. So great rivalry there. All right, so Merritt Island line up again, third down, and obviously they don't want to make any mistakes and give Palm Bay any hope here for the end of the first half. So shotgun Verpale, third and about 19. And it'll be a running play to the left side up to the 30, the 35, and it's Fielder who's been very busy, and he kind of gets thrown out of bounds. There's no flag.
That's going to be the
And
end.
Fielder, nice run. And it's going to be enough for a first down. Well, let's see if Merritt Island might put it up here. I mean, Verpale's got a great arm. They could try and he's got outstanding receivers, including Robinson, who's lined up to the left, and also got Hamilton joining Robinson on the left side, single receiver out to the right. I think that's Femi Howard. So 14 seconds to go. The clock is running. This could be the final play of the half, and Verpale's just taking his time, looking for a big play here possibly. He is going to run out of the pocket, and he is going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete, and there's 1 second to go in the half. The clock ran out. Okay, it was an incomplete pass. They might put a second back on the clock here.
My PTSD from that Texas-Nebraska game again. I got to always mention that. Every time I see a second go back up on the clock, it really rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, you've had some bad history with that.
2009 Big 12 championship.
Oh, boy, you have quite a memory.
I do.
All right, pass interference on Palm Bay. So
one on-time down.
I guess there's going to be an untimed downer. The incomplete pass, there was like 1 second left, and they ran the clock out, but – well, I mean, if Verpale wants, he could throw up the Roger Staubach Hail Mary. Again, this is the 50th anniversary of when supposedly the Hail Mary was invented, when Roger Staubach hit Drew Pearson in a 1975 playoff game against the Minnesota Vikings, who I was really rooting for. I cried after that game. I was 14 years old.
Or Doug Flutie Hail Mary. Who's
Doug Flutie against,
Doug Flutie, a Space Coast Sports Hall of Famer.
Yeah. All right, back to pass Verpale, screen pass. Up to the 50, 45, it's Fielder. Or no, actually it's Thomas. Thomas gets up to the 40, and that will do it for the half, at quite a half for the Merritt Island High Mustangs. And that should be the end of the first half. The players are standing out there. Now they realize, the first half is over. So quite a first half for Merritt Island, and Palm Bay will have some work to do during the halftime to try and figure things out. Again, they will have the football to start the second half. But right now, 25-0 in favor of Merritt Island. We'll pause and be back. This is the high school football game of the week on Space Coast Daily.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach, with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily, the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day, and all at no charge thanks to our successful advertising clients, and also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today to get your message seen on Space Coast Daily and take your business to new heights. Get launched with Space Coast Daily. Call 321-323-4460 today.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day. And all at no charge, thanks to our successful advertising clients. And also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today to get your message seen on Space Coast Daily and take your business to new heights. Get launched with Space Coast Daily. Call 321-323-4460 today.
Hi, J.C. Marlowe, Zach Clark. We're about to get underway with the second half. Again, it's been all Merritt Island. They lead it over Palm Bay 25-0, and the Pirates certainly hope they can turn things around here in the second half. They will get the opening kickoff. Then back deep, we've got Caden Newton and Lamarian Harris. Liam Miller teeing the ball up. So again, Miller's got 3 extra points and also a field goal tonight. So if you're Palm Bay, you want to try and make a statement on this drive and show some life. There's another pooch kick about 40 yards down the field. This one is going to go, it's going to stay. No, I guess it went out of bounds. Okay. So penalty should be against Merritt Island.
He caught that ball in bounds.
Let's see if they just spot the ball and not have to re-kick it. That's what it's going to be.
Miller's kick is recovered by.
So underway in this third quarter. Again, the rain has stopped. We had quite a rainstorm about an hour before the game, and then it eventually went away. The field is in pretty good shape. Again, that new turf where the field drains really well. But again, it's been kind of a slippery game with some fumbles, trying to hold on to the ball. All right, Caden Newton's going to split out far to the right. And now the official, the referee Mike Cornell, is going to go over and talk to Kevin Mays. Okay, Kevin Mays trying to turn around this Palm Bay program. Again, they went 0-10 last year. They've had a few coaches since Dan Burke left the position. You know, Dan Burke did come back for 1 year, did a pretty good job of sustaining the program, and I thought Dan Burke was going to retire, but Dan Burke does not retire. He goes to Satellite. And again, Satellite's playing Coco Burke, who coached Palm Bay to 2 state titles in the early 2000s and numerous playoff appearances, is now at Satellite trying to turn around that program, which had a couple of good years, and now they've regressed a little bit. And if anybody could turn it around, it's Dan Burke. So again, Satellite and Cocoa Beach, one of the games tonight, along with First Academy and O'Galley. Okay, we're about to get underway as the officials have sorted things out. So line of scrimmage will be the 17. First down play for Palm Bay, again trailing 25-0. Trying to push it down the field. And I think we have a delay of game. Let's see. Or ineligible participation. So Kevin Mays, I mean, he's going to have to start. He's going to have to try and clean things up. I mean, at the halftime and probably had a spirited chat with his players. But not the way to start the second half. So now 1st and 15 from the 12. Again, Billy Thompson is the quarterback. But actually they're going to direct snap it to somebody else. And rolling out to the right. And not much of a gain there. And we got a penalty flag in. And actually that was Thompson. And we got another penalty flag. We're 7 seconds into the second half and already 2 flags.
Very
personal foul, face mask, Merritt Island.
Wow. Oh, after all that, now Palm Bay is going to get good field position.
Yeah, this should be an automatic first down.
First down and get the ball at about the 26-yard line.
Well, again, Palm Bay needs all the help they can get. They'll gladly take it. So it'll be a first down for the Pirates from their own 27. Shotgun, Thompson. Double receivers, right and left. And handoff goes to Blaze Brown. Again, Brown probably has about 40 or 50 yards. He's had some nice runs in the first half, and he'll gain about 6 here.
No, Blaze really impresses me with how he can be able to, after first contact, he just keeps pulling, takes a few Mustangs along for a ride every time that he's able to get the ball. And I like how he runs. He runs very violently. And does a very nice job. So
I thought Brown was going to check out, but he's going to stay in with Beauchamp. So 2 men in the backfield, Brown and Beauchamp, along with Thompson. So that last gain was about 6, 2nd and 4. From the 32, handoff up the middle, a little bit of stutter stepping, and there's nowhere to go. The Mustang swarm getting in on Beauchamp. With forward progress, he probably lost a couple of yards.
pack of Mustangs in there. Also, Deshaun Thomas also in on that tackle.
And Ethan Holt, yeah.
Yep, so. But here, third down. This is a big third down here for Palm Bay.
Yeah, again, they don't want to punt the ball here. They want to get something down the field. I mean, they've penetrated a couple times pretty deep into Mustang territory. 3rd and 5 from the 31. Thompson throws it over the middle and caught by Sidaros. And Sidaros gets leveled, but he holds on to the ball. And Sidaros doing a little bit of celebrating. You know, when you're down 25-0, I wouldn't celebrate too much. But it was a nice catch, though.
And a big hit there by Jarvis Howell, a linebacker there for the Merritt Island Mustangs. Came over the middle and made him pay for that one, but gets a first down, extends the drive, moves the chains, and that's exactly what Palm Bay needs. Now they're going to see him run with a little bit of tempo.
So first down from their own 41, and handoff Blaze Brown on the left side, and he gains maybe about 3 up to about the 43. And
again,
that'll bring up second and around 8.
Again, you're down 25-0 right now. If you have any chance to be able to climb back in this game, you got to get some points up here, even if it's a field goal. At least bring this within a 3-score game. It's going to be very important for Palm Bay to be very careful with the ball and not do anything foolish and try to do too much right now. They're finding success right here on the ground.
So Brown checks out. Beauchamp is alongside Thompson. 2nd and 7, and it will go to Beauchamp around the left side. He'll gain, maybe 2. Up to the 45, actually the 44 it looks like. So this is going to bring up another big third down. One of the Schaefer's getting into the stop for Merritt Island. So third down and call it about 6. Once again, Beauchamp next to Thompson out of the shotgun. Double receivers to the right. Play fake Thompson over the middle deep, and Sidaros. He held on to the ball, and there's a late hit.
Wow.
So,
big catch there.
I don't know if he made the catch, went out of bounds, I think got belted.
He did. He did make the catch, and this is going to be a 15 yards added on to after the completion, and this is going to be great field position here. This is going to put the ball all the way back down at the 15-yard line in the red zone.
So that was about a 28-yard hookup from Thompson to Sidaros. Now a 15-yard penalty for a late hit. Boy, if you're Palm Bay, you have got to score on this drive, and I'm not talking about a field goal. You got to get 6.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting a little bit of gift wrapping here. So the line of scrimmage will be inside the 15.
2 personal fouls on this drive by Merritt Island.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Merritt Island, you got to play smarter. You're up 25. You're dominating the game. So they need 15 yards for the touchdown. They need 10 for a first down for the 15. Handoff around the right side up to the 10. It's Beauchamp, and Beauchamp will get down to about the 7. So he'll gain about 6. 8:27 to go in the third quarter. Again, 25-0. Merritt Island. Again, Palm Bay on the move for about the 4th time tonight and trying to score. So it's on the 8-yard line. Let's see, they have to get to the 4 for a first, so 2nd and about 4. So 2nd and 8 for a touchdown, 2nd and 4 for a first. Once again, shotgun Thompson has Beauchamp with him. And Thompson is going to keep it around the left side. Up over the 5. Can he get in the end zone? No, he'll be shy. But he does pick up the first down as he had to get to the 4. And he got beyond that. And he'll be down near the 1-yard line. So this will be a first and goal.
They're going to move with a lot of tempo right here.
Yeah,
they got Merritt Island out of
no huddle again. Handoff, and the man is stuffed. That's Beauchamp. So Beauchamp might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage before he got wrapped up by a couple of Mustangs, and one of them, no surprise, Jarvis Howell again. He's always there. So 2nd and goal from the 4. Maybe it's a 3. We got a severe angle. All right, shotgun. Thompson. He will give it to Brown, who's back in. And Brown is going to be wrapped up, cannot get to the outside. And, again, good gang tackling by Merritt Island. One of the guys in, Ethan Holt. So now it's 3rd down, and you're wondering, is Palm Bay going to be able to get this in the end zone? And certainly this is 4-down territory, down by 25.
Yeah, 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line. This is kind of if you're in 4-down territory, you could run this here and have 2 downs to try to pick up 5 yards.
Yeah, you would think you could do that. Boy, 2 downs to pick up 5.
I like the ball maybe in Thompson's hands right here.
So Beauchamp, the deep back, he will get it up the middle, and really not much of anything there. So that's 3 consecutive plays that get run stuffed by the Mustangs. And now it's 4th and goal from the 5, and you go for it, and you hope you can dial up the right play. I'd like to see Thompson maybe roll out. You know, whenever you roll out, you kind of keep your options open. You either run it in or try and find a wide open receiver.
Well, this drive has taken a lot of time here.
I know.
So far. It's been about 6 minutes now.
Yeah.
And now we got an
might get the water break here. Let's see.
Timeout for a water break. And
well, actually, timeout Palm Bay. I don't know why they wouldn't be the water break. It's midway through, but he signaled a timeout Palm Bay. So 6:07 to go.
6-minute drive
in the
right now.
third quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go for it.
If you're leading, you like a 6-minute drive. You're behind. It just there's not as much time left.
Unfortunately, that's the only way that Palm Bay's been able to move the ball here today too much. They really don't have a whole lot of options on the outside to be able to try to get the ball out to their wide receivers and their playmakers. It hasn't been successful tonight, so you're kind of relegated to having to run the ball, and that eats up a lot of time like this drive has with 6 minutes. And, you know, if you are able to even get any points right now, still going to be a 3-possession game. So.
Again, Kevin Mays, a Palm Bay High graduate, was an assistant coach for a while, way back when, probably close to 20 years ago. Got the Vieira program going, left, went to Baker County. Now he's back coaching his alma mater. So 4th and goal from the 5. This is a must for Palm Bay. Shotgun, Thompson. He's back, he's looking. Near side, and it's incomplete. I don't see any flags. And another wasted opportunity for the Palm Bay Pirates as Merritt Island will not have very good field position, but the defense, Katie bars the door, and they'll take over from about their 5.
Wow, that's a big missed opportunity, and that's just been the theme tonight for the Palm Bay Pirates. They've had their chances to be able to try to punch the ball in, and whether it be a turnover or giving up a punt return for a touchdown or a turnover on downs right on the 5-yard line. It's just been one after another here tonight. And sometimes you just have those nights where just nothing's clicking.
And again, Palm Bay coming off an encouraging effort last week. They beat Cocoa Beach 34-18, so 34 points last week and a goose egg so far here.
And that's impressive against a Ted Kimmy team.
Yeah, I like Ted Kimmy. I'll tell you, he's a good man. I've had chats with him, and he's a class act. West Point grad.
Yeah.
I mean, that has something to do with it, I think. So, we wish Cocoa Beach and Satellite a good game tonight. And again, Cocoa's playing over at Heritage. All right, shotgun from the 5-yard line. Handoff around the left side. That is Adams. He probably has about 40 or 50 yards. He's gotten a steady flow of handoffs tonight. Gets up to the 10. That'll be a gain of 5. And 2nd and 5. And we got another timeout of the field. Okay, 50's going to check out for Merritt Island. That is Cameron Clements, starting right tackle. His helmet might have come off.
It did, yeah. Have to check out for one play, and then he'll be right back in there. But, man, Merritt Island would love nothing more than just to chew up some clock here and drive down the field. And, you know, this game is well within hand for Merritt Island, so just don't screw it up, you know.
And again, 35 points is the magic figure for the running clock. They'd fall a little short even with the touchdown there, but they'd get closer. All right, handoff once again to Adams, up to the 15, to the 20, and driven out of bounds at about the 20-yard line, and that'll be more than enough for a first down. Again, quickly moving third quarter with 5:15 to go. So
it turned out to be a beautiful night here at the O-Dome, man.
Well, it's cooled off things a little bit. It's not as muggy and humid as we usually have in September. Midway through the month. All right, shotgun, first down play. Verpale is looking deep down the field, and it's caught. Up to the 40, the 35, the 30, and the man will be wrapped up at the 20-yard line. So calculating that real quickly, that'll be about a 50-yard connection. And it looks like it's Femi Howard. I think that's his first catch of the night. Yeah, Femi Howard, 18, who's had a pretty good year, but quiet tonight, but he gets a big play there.
Great concentration there to be able to come down with that ball and with the defender draped on him and just high pointed the ball, got a great catch there and did a great job of turning upfield and got a lot of yards, almost took it to the house.
So it's 1st and 15 for a touchdown. It's 1st and 10 from the 15 for a first down. Handoff, Fielder, who again had a punt return earlier in the game and still on his feet. He'll gain about 4 depending on the spot. Gets inside the 15. And that'll bring up a second down at 6. All right, getting to the stop, he said 14, Demetrius Andrews. Sarver back in, one of the wide receivers. Howell checks out. Also checking out for Merritt Island, Diego Alford. I guess he's okay. He had to leave the game earlier with an injury, but he was one of the ones that ran off, so good for him. All right, shotgun, Robinson motion. Fielder right alongside Verpail. Verpail with a screen pass, goes to one of his linemen who has a dream, but he dropped the ball. Where's Refrigerator Perry when you need him,
He's still running.
Yeah, that's Alex Schaefer, the starting guard. He says, oh, wow, I got the ball in my hands. Let me see if I can score.
It might be the last time he gets a chance to be able to try to score.
You got to love the big uglies. I mean, they don't get enough credit. Again, let's see, we got Metcalf, Schaefer, Sonnenberg, and a couple of other guys. My charts are soaked with water. Clements and Fontanez are also out there. All right, so let's bring up a third down from the 10. So 3rd and 10 for a touchdown, 3rd and 5 for a first down. Shotgun Verpail. Got motion near side Sarver. Verpail with it up the middle. Can he get into the end zone? He is in for a touchdown. 10-yard run. Kevin Verpail. And, Kevin Verpail is not known for his running. He's pretty much your standard straight-up quarterback. Not really a scrambler, but he gets a touchdown there. And now it's 31-0. Merritt Island with the extra point coming up.
Great vision there. Great blocking up front, too. Opened up a huge hole for him, and good job there by Verpail, seeing that what his offensive line did. Just opened up it's like parting of the Red Sea right there, and it was just you could drive a bus through that hole.
I've got Verpail with only 12 rushing yards all year, and he picked up about half of those in that play.
Yeah.
So that, let's see. Looks like that's his second rushing touchdown of the year, but only 12 yards rushing net, but he got in there. So 31-0, they will go for the extra point. So Liam Miller, 3 for 3 on the night, and 18 for 18 on the year. Verpail the holder, signals being called, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 3:24 to go in the third quarter. It continues to be all Merritt Island. They lead it by the score of 32-0. Let's take a break and be back. This is the high school football game of the week.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
All right, Merritt Island 32, Palm Bay nothing. 3:24 to go in the third quarter. So the momentum that Merritt Island showed in the first half continues onward here into the second half. And again, Palm Bay has had like 4 effective drives, but at the end, no points. Just not able to execute on those third down plays. So Liam Miller teeing up the ball at his own 40-yard line. Usual guys are back deep, Lamarian Harris and Caden Newton. Well, let's see what Miller does here. He's done a few squib kicks tonight. Really hasn't kicked deep like he usually does. He actually had 4 touchbacks in last year's game against Palm Bay High, but none tonight. And this will be kind of a pooch kick over the far side of the field. Taya, the 29-yard line, picked up to the 35. 37-yard line. So that's about a 5-yard return, and that was Lamarian Harris on the short kickoff return. So once again, Palm Bay will get the ball. And right now, I mean, winning the game is probably impossible, but trying to get some momentum going for the Melbourne game next week is certainly important here.
Well, that's one thing that Palm Bay can probably check off on the box score in terms of the team stat sheet. They've won the field position here tonight by far, but that's about the only thing they've won here tonight.
Yeah. All right, first down for Palm Bay from their own 36. Thompson shotgun, hands it off, goes to Newton around the left side. His best run of the night, up over the 45 to the 46-yard line. And where they marked the ball, looks like he got the first down. So that'll be a gain of about 10.
Well, JC, I want to make sure we thank our sponsors, Health
Oh, yeah.
First, Erdman Automotive, Eastern Florida State College, and All Points for their great support of high school sports every year. It looks like we have a flag here late. We'll check on this here real quick. Looks like it was after the whistle, so this will be a dead ball penalty.
Usually dead ball penalties are misconducts, but we'll wait for Mike Cornell with the indication.
That's going to be on Palm Bay.
Gee, that's probably frustration. You're down 32.
Wow.
Boy, personal foul in the offense. That really should never happen, right?
No.
You know, clipping penalty never should happen in the offense either, I would think. You know, holding penalties, yes.
Rain's starting to come back down again.
Oh, no, really? Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
got some rain that's starting to fall a little bit. That'll make passing pretty much very difficult at this moment.
Look at all the stylish umbrellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, a wide variety. All right, first down from the 32. Quick pass by Thompson, and not much of a gain there, maybe 3 yards. And Sideros was at a pretty good night. He has an interception on defense. He's caught a couple balls on offense. He's a talented player. Where's number 2? So gain of 3. Let's see, they have to get to the 43. So second down and about 9 or 10. Shotgun Thompson. Handoff up the middle. Goes to Blaze Brown, who is definitely the leading ball carrier for the Pirates tonight. He'll get maybe 3 and get pushed back by that defensive line of the Mustangs.
Wow, it is really coming down right now. You can see it on the screen right there. How much rain we're getting at this moment. This is not as bad as it was when we first began the game, but pretty close.
And again, no lightning and thunder. That's kind of a surprise. Usually that accompanies it.
Yeah.
So we hope that stays away here on part 2 of the rain. All right, third down and 5. Oh, we got some movement. I think Merritt Island might have jumped. Oh, good. I got one right. Offsides penalty on the Mustangs.
Wow.
Big number 95 checks out for the Mustangs. That's Jaden Thomas. All right, so a little bit of sloppiness by Merritt Island tonight, but, I mean, they're up 32, but some things they got to clean up for their game against St. Cloud next week.
Coach Murray's definitely going to harp that on in practice the next week.
All right, handoff up the middle. Nice gain there to about the 10-yard line, and then the Black Swarm trying to take the guy down. You know, the officials should probably blow the whistle, right?
Wow.
You don't want somebody to get hurt. It's Blaze Brown.
Huh.
You know, it's not rugby, it's football. All the Mustang defense getting into the stop.
And situations like this, because that's why you blow it.
Yeah, we got a player down for Merritt Island,
Yeah, people can get injured with forward progress that clearly stopped at that point. But now it's going to downpour rain, and it's 1:39 to go here in the third quarter, all Merritt Island. And like you said, JC, there's definitely going to be some things that Merritt Island will want to work on in the next week. A lot of things that Palm Bay is going to have to work on. Taking care of the ball is going to be a big one for them in the upcoming week. But still, for Kevin Mays and what he's doing in his first year at Palm Bay, still.
Oh, it's going to take a little while.
It's going to take a little time, but you can see what they want to do. You can see what the culture and the style of offense that he wants to run. Very similar to probably what he also ran at Vieira all those years. And one of his main players that was on that state championship team is also one of his assistant coaches. Trey Nixon is also on staff with Coach Mays. Who
did he get drafted by the Patriots? I think
he was on the practice squad there for
practice squad with the Patriots. Yeah, didn't quite get to the NFL, but he made a practice squad. Well, good for him. I remember him at UCF as well.
Yep.
All right, second down and 4, right at midfield. Handoff Brown up the middle, and Brown will have the first down.
I think ball's on the turf.
Let's see. Well, looks like he got recovered, so he needed 4, and he got about 5. And that'll be a Pirate first down. Clock ticking, 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Again, the scoring is slowed down. Just the one score by Merritt Island. It was 25-0 at the half, 32-0 as we're getting into the later stages of the third quarter. And Blaze Brown definitely deserves another break. He goes out, and Beauchamp is back in besides Thompson. First down play from the 46 of the Mustangs. Handoff Beauchamp. He's in the middle of the field. He's trying to outrun about 3 Mustang players, and he'll get down to the 13-yard line. Nice run by Beauchamp. That'll be about 32 yards, approximately. And once again, I'm sounding like a broken record, but Palm Bay once again has a chance to at least get on the scoreboard. And they'll be disappointed again if they don't, because they've had about 3 or 4 chances. Then we got a Palm Bay player down. It looks like this is our first cramp of the night, which the players still might get because we're only in, what are we in, week 3, week 4, something like that. Week 4, I guess.
Yep.
So that looks like a cramp, which is painful, but you can recover from it eventually. So clock stopped, 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. 32-0 for Merritt Island. So again, Merritt Island scores 51 points last week against the Land. They lose by 6. Here they're getting 32 and up by a comfortable margin. All right, the player that was down with a cramp is okay. He goes off the field. So the Pirates with a first down. So they need 12 yards for the touchdown. They need 10 to get the first down. Set up a goal-to-go situation. Shotgun Thompson from the Mustang 12. And they give around the left side. It's number 11, and he's taken out of bounds. Again, 11 is Caden Newton. So Newton tried to get out to the edge. Merritt Island over there pretty quick. And let's see, they're going to give Newton about 4, and it'll be 2nd and 6. As quickly checking in for Merritt Island is 32, Isaac Moss. All right, that is the end of the third quarter with the score. Merritt Island 32, Palm Bay nothing. We'll pause. You're watching the high school football game of the week here at Space Coast Daily.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach, with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day, and all at no charge thanks to our successful advertising clients, and also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today to get your message seen on Space Coast Daily and take your business to new heights. Get launched with Space Coast Daily. Call 321-323-4460 today.
All right, welcome back. Well, you got some local scores. We'll go over here in a minute. They have switched sides of the field. So, again, Palm Bay and Road White with red numbers moving right to left. Mustangs, home black, gold numbers moving left to right. And once again for the Pirates, trying to get on the scoreboard. It'll be second down from the 9. 2nd and 7 for a first down. 2nd and 9 for a touchdown. Handoff goes to Caden Newton. And Newton did not get out of bounds. They'll keep winding the clock. Short gain to about the 6. And that brings up another third down. So 4-down territory, you're down by 32. Once again, Palm Bay does have, 2 plays to just pick up 6 yards. It sounds like it's easy, but sometimes it isn't. And Palm Bay is going to take a timeout. Why don't we slip in those scores? So Cocoa is leading Heritage 37-0. So Cocoa is back. Not that they ever left, really. Rockledge, I believe, 27-7 over Seabreeze. Okay, thank you. Got some great people up here helping us out. And, Melbourne is winning their game 60-0 against whoever they happen to be playing. Oh, boy. It says Halifax Academy. Okay. Okay, we got our other crews doing that game, O'Galley and First Academy. 6-6 in the fourth quarter. I hope Orville Susan's having a good time calling that game along with Zane.
That's honestly a pretty surprising score right there.
Okay, I guess we'll keep that on there. We can keep an eye on that. So 6-6. Wonder if that's 2 touchdowns and 2 missed extra points or 2 field goals. Not sure. All right, so we'll come back. Long timeout. And, again, Palm Bay with a third down. Trying to get on the scoreboard. And, again, trying to establish some momentum for next week when they take on their neighbors in the north on Babcock Street, the Melbourne Bulldogs. So third down play inside the 10. Thompson hands it off and into the end zone. It's Blaze Brown. And I think he got in. Yes, he did. Touchdown.
Wow.
So Blaze Brown with about a 12-yard run. And, there's been one offensive start tonight for Palm Bay. I mean, the fact that they finally scored in the game. I mean, Blaze Brown has looked really good. Probably 60, 70 yards at least rushing. So Palm Bay on the board, 32-6.
Well, their first touchdown in about 8 quarters against Merritt Island now. So dating back to last year when they only scored 2 points last year. So first touchdown in a long time for the Palm Bay Pirates over the Merritt Island Mustangs. And pending the extra point, we got 2 left-footed kickers here tonight.
Yeah, at 34. I didn't get his name because he's mystery on the scoreboard. It's a botched snap, but he's going to run it in for 2 points, and I think that's Thompson.
Got a flag here.
Sedaros. We got a flag. So Sedaros has shined pretty brightly tonight, but on the muffed extra point, the 2-point conversion, let's see if it stands. If it's against Palm Bay, that would pretty much epitomize their night. And Mike Cornell having a long distance discussion with Kevin Mays. And what do we have? Personal foul on the Mustangs. That'll probably be assessed on the kickoff. And the 2 points are good, so it's 32-8. And if you're Palm Bay, this would be a good time to practice your onside kick.
Absolutely. Well, 11:26 to go. Obviously, you think this game is well in hand for Merritt Island, but if Palm Bay wanted to try to pull a miracle, got to get this onside kick, maybe get a little bit creative on how you might be able to do this. But it is a 3-possession game with 3 touchdowns and then 3 2-point conversions.
Yeah, I mean, if you got Pat Mahomes, maybe he can rally from 24 down, but Pat Mahomes is not here.
And this is going to be a good field position here for Palm Bay to be able to kick this off. So you definitely want to do an onside kick here, because even if you don't recover it, you're still going to pin Merritt Island at least maybe beyond their own 30.
The Chiefs are playing the Eagles this week, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, boy, what a great matchup that is. I got to check out that game.
Yeah, 4:20 on.
Thank you. All right,
yes, sir.
You'll know where I'll be 4:20 Sunday afternoon then. After I probably watch the Jets lose another game. They're playing Buffalo, so the Bills are definitely the favorite there. All right, so 5 players 10 yards away from the kicker, number 34. Again, we don't have his name. But let's see if he can execute this onside kick. So the good hands people, 10 yards away. And a couple players right behind him. So it's a little pooch kick.
Wow.
Taking it to the 6-yard line, up to the 10, the 15, the 20, and down actually about the 18-yard line. So that'll be about a 13-yard return. And that was 19. Junior Simons Jr. 2 juniors. One on the prefix, one on the suffix.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So Merritt Island will have it. 32-8 they lead, and I would imagine here, just run the ball don't get any more players hurt, and they've had a few shake it up tonight. I don't think anything too serious. As it is, O'Galley got a safety. I guess O'Galley got a safety. It goes from 6-6 to 8-6. All right. So O'Galley trying to get away from First Academy tonight.
That'd be an upset.
That would be, yeah. All right, shotgun. Verpale is still in there. Handoff goes to the 27-yard line. I'm a little bit surprised Verpale is still back in there. I mean, it's 32-8, 24-point deficit. Maybe the next series they'll send in the backup quarterback, who would be Jay Kraft. Because, I mean, Verpale is certainly one guy you don't want to get hurt. So Verpale is still in there, and also in there is Elaine Adams. I'm kind of surprised Hernandez doesn't play that much anymore on offense. All right, first down play from the 29. Got motion far side.
Early.
And we got a penalty flag.
That's going to be on Merritt Island.
Probably an illegal motion or
false start.
false start, yeah.
Well, how about Orville getting a close game down to the wire? And
the legendary Orville Susan, back in great health, we hope. And Orville, God bless you. And Steve Wilson, you get back soon if you're watching. If you're watching either game.
They got a great game going on, 8-6. That's on Space Coast Daily TV. Zane Garcia and Orville Susan on the call right now. So if you want to tune over and catch the end of that game, they are in the fourth quarter right now. That'd be a huge upset.
I'll tell you what, that's the kind of game where you'd like to be a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Unlike this one for, Palm Bay. All right, first down play. Handoff Adams. And again, I'm a little surprised Adams is in there. He's a valuable running back. I would think they'd get him out of there and get him to the sidelines, up 32-8. Okay, A.J. Messenger in on the stop for Palm Bay. So second down and long. They're at the 24. They have to get to the 39, so call it 2nd and 15. Oh, we got two people in motion. This is not the Canadian Football League. There's a flag. And it goes to Adams up over the 30 to the 32. I don't follow the Canadian Football League that much, but I think you're allowed to have two people in motion on a play, but not in other forms of football.
Yeah, not in American football.
Yeah.
Nope.
So they call it the illegal shift. Okay, that would work. So just kind of a mix-up with the two Mustang players. Oh, I thought I was supposed to go in motion. No, it was me. All right, so Merritt Island will be backed up. I think both teams are approaching probably double digits in penalties. I don't know if they're approaching triple penalties in yards, but it's been a little bit sloppy on a sloppy night. Looks like the rain has stopped. The umbrellas have been retired. Second down and a cab ride. Verpale, back to pass, rolling out. He will go out of bounds. I'll tell you, Tyler Murray's got to be holding his breath in a 32-8 game. Just hoping Verpale does not get hurt.
Yeah.
So he is still in there. All right, so it'll be third down and 15. Nice run there by Verpale. Robinson is split out very far to the left on this third down and about 8. Got motion far side. We got another whistle. We got another flag. And offsides on Palm Bay. I think they might have lined up offside. I didn't see any jumping. Still not a first down, but Merritt Island gets a little bit closer. They need to move the chain sticks up. 28-yard line. Still no movement of the chains, but it'll be third down and about 8. All right, once again, shotgun Verpale. We got motion far side. That's Hamilton. Verpale setting up the screen, but he threw it very low, incomplete, intended for Adams. Or Deshaun Thomas, I'm sorry. Beauchamp defending. And that'll bring up fourth down. Merritt Island is not punted tonight. Is it going to be Verpale or is it going to be Miller? It's going to be Miller. So Miller has punted 6 times this year, and Verpale has punted 4 times. So they've kind of gone back and forth with the punters. This time it'll be Miller for his 7th punt of the year, and we got another whistle.
Oh.
And we got a timeout, Merritt Island. Again, Tyler Murray has to, be pretty happy he's going to get the win tonight. But again, a little lack of communication. So 32-8. What's going on with O'Galley? Boy, 8-6. So
they just punted. So
okay.
First Academy is going to get a chance here.
I wonder how much time is left. So O'Galley leading. First Academy 8-6. Again, it was just tied at 6. And O'Galley, we didn't see what happened, but they obviously got a safety. So Coach Sands will be very happy to try and just get out with a win. So it sounds like it's the late stages of the fourth quarter. Again, Rockledge was winning big over Seabreeze. Melbourne was winning very big off their opponent tonight. And so was Cocoa over Heritage, but latest score is 37-0. Again, check SpaceCoastDaily.com tomorrow morning. We'll have all the scores. Remember, we'll have the post-game show after this game, and go down and we'll interview a couple of Mustangs, maybe Tyler Murray and maybe a few other players. So stay tuned for that after the game. Hopefully the rain will not come. Okay, fourth down play. Miller with his first punt of the night. He's standing on his own 15. Snap is good. Miller gets it off with the left foot. Oh, beautiful kick. Very high in the air. Good hang time. And it's going to bounce at about the 42-yard line. So calculating that punt, 21-8, well, about 29 yards. Give or take a few yards.
That last series for Merritt Island, I just would have liked to see him run a little bit more clock down. I felt like they were throwing the ball around a little too much, and you got a 3-score lead right now.
Right.
You just want to milk that clock as much as you can, and just end this game at that point, and not keep Palm Bay in this game. It's still a 3-score game, three touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. I'm not saying it could happen, but anything's possible in high school football. We've seen some weird things over the years. So.
Kevin Mays told me on the phone he really does not have a backup quarterback. Otherwise, I would think he'd get Thompson out of there. But Thompson is going to come out for another series again. He wears the goose egg on his jersey. So first down for Palm Bay from their own 42. Thompson will roll out to the right, has some time, throws it far side, actually middle of the field, it's incomplete to the 50-yard line. Looked like the ball could have been caught, but good coverage by the Mustangs. And that was Sidaros, who's pretty sure-handed, but couldn't hold on to it. Now bring up 2nd and 10. I'm feeling a nice breeze. It's cooled off a little bit with all that rain.
Yeah.
And again, the lightning and the thunder did not show up tonight, which is good. Much of the Merritt Island crowd is still hanging around. Pretty good on the other side for Palm Bay High. I mean, probably 50, 60 people.
Wow, First Academy's driving right now. They're knocking on the door of the red zone of O'Galley late in that fourth quarter.
Thompson looking deep, and it's going to be intercepted. That's Sarver. And Sarver returns about 4 yards, and Sarver with the interception. Trying to get it to Sidaros was Thompson, but Sarver stepping in and making the interception, and that will stop this Palm Bay drive. And now Merritt Island will go back to work with 8:22 to go. Again, we're tracking O'Galley First Academy, still 8-6, but it's got to be pretty late in the game. O'Galley trying to hold on. So Merritt Island will have the ball. Let's see if Verpale is going to come out or whether it's going to be Jay Kraft. Yeah, Verpale's going to come out again. Wow. Really surprised.
In this series possession, right here, this series, I really want to see Merritt Island run the ball right now, establish and put away this game. Just to, lean on this Palm Bay defensive line, get some first downs, get those tough yards, and just start working on this clock right now. This is where the power running game really comes into big focus.
First down for the 33, play fake. Pass is caught by Thomas. We got a penalty, or we got a fumble. I guess Palm Bay has the ball, looks like.
That just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, why are you throwing the ball?
Why are you throwing the ball with 8 minutes to go in the game, and you just need to milk the clock? You need to just get this game over. It's a 3-possession game, and now you just give Palm Bay great field position at the 37, 38-yard line. That just it leaves you scratching your head as a Merritt Island fan.
Doesn't make much sense. So Palm Bay will have a first down, so Thompson will go back to work for the Pirates.
There's a confusion going on
Well,
right now. I don't
Merritt
know.
Island is looking very confused. There's nobody lined up. Oh, my goodness. It's the football follies. So what is going on with Merritt Island? You're up 32-8. I mean, what's going on out there? As Vince Lombardi said about 60 years ago.
Well, you're going to give Palm Bay now an extra 5 yards, unless Merritt Island called a timeout. That is just poor mismanagement.
I'll tell you, Vince Lombardi will love this moment. What the heck's going on out there?
When you're totally in a position where your offense is on the field, where you clearly fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what the confusion was for Merritt Island, but just mismanaging the whole situation. You got to get your defense out on the field. Palm Bay was about ready to run the play and get a touchdown.
11 on 0. I would like their odds, I'll tell you. All right.
You would think.
All right, Mike Corneal is also sorting things out. Again, he's tonight's referee. He's going to go over and talk, I guess, to Kevin Mays.
Let's take a quick break. We'll
take a break, and we'll be right back.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day, and all at no charge thanks to our successful advertising clients. And also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today to get your message seen on Space Coast Daily and take your business to new heights. Get launched with Space Coast Daily. Call 321-323-4460 today.
No, it's Blaze Brown. Okay. So Jarvis Howell, he is still out there, and he gets the tackle. No gain of the play by Brown, 2nd and 10.
Well, don't go anywhere because this is still kind of a game. It's three.
Well, sort of.
Three,
I mean, it's a 3-score game. I mean, Palm Bay has to score and then execute 2 onside kicks, which will be a challenge. All right, Thompson, quick pass out in the flat, and dropped the ball. Wow.
Got to catch those.
That was, Caden Newton.
I'd like for Palm Bay, if I was a Palm Bay fan, I'd like to see the Pirates kind of stretch the field a little bit.
Yeah.
And, some of the throws have been kind of questionable, but, let one of your playmakers on the outside go make a play on it. And if you come down with it, get a touchdown, you're knocking on the door of a 2-score game.
There's the guy we haven't mentioned tonight for Palm Bay, Brayan Daniels, lined up as one of the receivers out to the left side. So 3rd down, called 8, back to pass Thompson. Throws it near side, it's caught. And slipping away nicely and getting 4 extra yards is number 8. That's Lamarian Harris, who gets demolished out of bounds, but he's okay. It's going to be 4th down and about 6.
Oh, they definitely got to go for this.
And hobbling off the field for Merritt Island is William Bulade, who we haven't mentioned tonight. He's a good linebacker, and he just did his hop-along imitation off the field, so he's going to have a seat on the bench.
Oh, First Academy just took the lead.
Ooh, really? Ooh.
Up 12-8 now. O'Galley's going to get one more chance.
Wow, rolling out to the right is Thompson. He's looking deep toward the end zone, throwing into triple coverage, and it's going to be intercepted. And it's number 5 on the interception. That is Devontae Peterson. So Thompson, he threw it kind of in a triple coverage. I guess he had nobody else to throw it to. And I think that's his that's the 3rd interception, I think, for Merritt Island tonight.
Kind of a prayer right there. It was, it was 4th down. They had a chance to be able to try to maybe go deep and maybe come down with a miracle catch maybe down there in triple coverage, but it was for naught. And Merritt Island now takes over the ball, and let's see what they do on these series of possessions here.
So, again, we're very curious about First Academy and O'Galley. So First Academy has taken the lead, and there can't be very much time left, 12-8. I bet Orville Susan is shocked by this score in his debut this year. We're glad to have Orville back, hopefully getting better health, and again from the Friday night locker room. All right, handoff up the middle, and it goes to Adams trying to break away, to the 20-yard line. He goes down. Well, Adams is probably pretty close to 100 yards in rushing. So that'll bring up that's a first down for the Pirates. So they'll send Hamilton and Howard out to the right side. I would think they'd stay on the ground. Just give it to Adams. And handoff goes to Adams around the left side. And he's still on his feet. Gets up to the 29-yard line. He'll gain about 7.
Well, next whistle will be a water break on an official's timeout. So stand by for that. And then, just right now, I like how Merritt Island's moving the ball. Just continue to keep on doing this. Keep moving the clock. Move this clock down. Keep moving the ball on the ground. Your offense is starting to find some success again. And we have officials timeout now.
I think we might be getting a water break here.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll be right back here right after these messages. Thank you very much.
This is where we're in the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily, the magazine in print, our loyal and
All right, Merritt Island with the ball, 6:02 to go. They're going to pick up their third win of the year. Verpale shotgun, triple receivers out to the right. And it's going to be a play fake. Wow, Verpale going to the near side. Ball caught Howard. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. And he'll eventually be wrapped up and take it down. They really should blow the whistle. And they finally do. So that'll be a gain of about 40. And we got another player down, this time for Palm Bay. This, from the way he's acting, it looks like it could be a cramp. He's on his stomach, and he's trying to move around, and the trainer comes out to help him. So O'Galley trailing First Academy 12-8, and there's about a minute left in the game. That one is definitely going down the wire at O'Galley High in Commodore Land.
Oh, it's coming back.
Looks like this play is coming back. Oh, Mustang penalty. All right, holding penalty, 10 yards. They probably have at least 10 penalties tonight. Again, we don't really have any stats available. All right, so all the way back to the 21-yard line. So it's going to be first down at 20. They're at the 21. They have to get to the 41. Oh, once again, triple receivers. I really got to believe that's a decoy. You got Howard along with Robinson and one other player. So first and 20 from about the 15. Shotgun Verpale. Play fake. Looking. Has plenty of time. Rolling out to the right. Here comes the pressure. Throw to Howard. Up to the 30. And he is dragged out of bounds. He's thrown out of bounds. That's got to be a flag. That's got to be a flag. Oh, the Merritt Island coaches are beside themselves like the official is right there. I mean, he looked like he was out of bounds, and then he got thrown out of bounds. Further out of bounds. Oh, no penalty. And we've had a lot of penalties tonight. That should have been another one. All right, the Mustangs with it. The chain gang has to get going here. Second down. The chain gang was not set. I mean, we gotta speed it up a little bit.
Timeout, Palm Bay.
All right, timeout, Palm Bay. Boy.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day, and all at no charge thanks to our successful advertising clients, and also at our special
31, second and 10 for the Mustangs. Got motion near side. Back to pass for Pale, feeling the pressure, rolling out, throws it, and it's going to be, I can't see, incomplete. Right in front of the players who are lined up on the sideline, out of our view, but incomplete pass. Looks like O'Galley is going to be shocked at home. In fact, the game is over. 12-8, the final. First Academy beats O'Galley, but it's going to be a happy bus ride back to Orlando for First Academy. About an hour drive, but that'll be a happy bus ride. So tough loss for Chris Sands. That probably is the upset of the week. Everybody else is winning. Rockledge winning big, Cocoa winning big, and Melbourne winning really big. All right, shotgun, 3rd and 10 from the 31. Verpale looking like a statue, throwing it down the field. We got a flag down, and wide open is Deshaun Thomas, but there's a flag down. So let's see if this one comes back. We're waiting for Mike Corneal to make the call here. He's walking up toward the official who made the call. And he's taking his time. He's trying to evaluate things. So, with 4:52 to go. Okay. I wish Mike Corneal would kind of make a call and let us know what's going on. Evidently against so 68 yards. So Verpale to Thomas, 68 yards. So it's 38-8.
And Merritt Island, let's see if they can go for 2. Looks like they may be going for 2. No, Miller's out there. Miller's up in the hole. Okay, Howell's going to check in. A 38-8 margin for Merritt Island, but again, the communication. Howell checks in very late, and it's going to be in the extra point. So Verpale, the holder for Miller, has been pretty busy at the extra points tonight. This will be his 5th. He also has a field goal he's committed. Kick is up. And the kick is good.
And Miller's kick is up and good. Mustangs at 7 points to the board. The final score with 4 minutes and 52 seconds left in tonight's game. Palm Bay Pirates 8, Merritt Island Mustangs 39.
Deficit, so still no running. So Palm Bay will get the ball back. When we take a break, and we'll be right back.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day, and all at no charge thanks to our successful advertising clients, and also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today to get your message seen on Space Coast Daily and take your business to new heights. Get launched with Space Coast Daily. Call 321-323.
All right, welcome back. Merritt Island with a kickoff, and with the penalty on Palm Bay, Liam Miller's going to kick it off from the Palm Bay 45. See what he does with it here. Just kind of a pooch check near sideline. See if this one goes out of bounds, and it will, I think. Very close. Yeah, evidently out of bounds. So Palm Bay will have the ball. There's still 4:52 to go. And really very slow-moving fourth quarter. So again, first
It's going to be a penalty on that kick.
They could have very easy wins tonight. So it's really the first close game that we've been aware of tonight. Let's see, Vieira's at Titusville. We have not gotten a report on that. FCC's over in Sarasota taking on Riverview, so look for that score tomorrow at the Space Coast Daily. Holy Trinity at Bayside. Match up there. As not at Space Coast.
First down.
And again, it's Satellite Cocoa Beach game coming to treat. See how that score turns out. The battle of the surfboard along A1A. All right, Palm Bay will have the ball. 4:52, they trail 39-8.
We're taking a lot of time. Let's see. Kevin Mays, I guess, wants an explanation for Mike Cornell, the referee, on something. And Kevin does not look very happy from afar. Thompson. He looks like he's going to be okay for Palm Bay. Going to get used to the quarterback position. Oh, we got another penalty just for the heck of it. Got nothing else going on. We could stay here till midnight, I guess. I got a couple of soccer games at Florida Tech tomorrow. I'd like to get some sleep, but we'll see. All right, 4:52 to go. Yeah, you got to mark off those penalties. Got to get it right. So first down from the 20 for Palm Bay. All right, shotgun Thompson. Again, Kevin May says he really doesn't have a backup quarterback, so he's got to go with Thompson. All right, handoff up to Biddle. And again, it looks like rugby. I wish the officials would just call the whistle.
Right.
Blaze Brown is still in there. I'd take him out. He's too valuable. Probably about 60, 70 yards in rushing. He's had a good game.
He has.
And you want to keep him healthy, too.
That's right. Yeah, he's definitely a bright spot for this Palm Bay team going forward. Yeah, that's somebody that you're going to be able to rely upon. And
he's living up to his name, Blaze.
That's right.
And a name like Blaze, you got to be good. I mean,
that's right.
All right, 2nd and 7 from the 23. Thompson back to pass, has some time, trying to step up in the pocket, rolling out to the left. He will keep it, 25, and out of bounds at about the 26.
You know, they call that the all-name team.
The all-name team, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I like the alliteration, too. Blaze Brown.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so for Palm Bay, 3rd down at 4. We have 4:03 to go in this game. Again, this game started just before 7 o'clock, so nice 2.5-hour high school football game. Seems like high school football games are getting longer in time.
Yeah.
All right, 4:03 to go. Clock stopped. 3rd down, about 5. Thompson will hand it off, and that'll be a 1st down and more. Blaze Brown again, 45, 50, and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So give him a gain of 30 on that play. Blaze Brown, and if he wasn't over 100 yards, he definitely is now.
Tonight, 30 yards. And I think Blaze Brown is going to be rewarded by checking out of the game. I think he needs a break. So I think Beauchamp is back in for Brown. Well, let's see what Palm Bay can do. Again, you got to try and restore some confidence here and get some momentum for the Melbourne game next week, which will be at Palm Bay in the Battle of Babcock Street. That should be a headline somewhere. All right, shotgun Thompson. Beauchamp is to his left. Triple receivers right. And Beauchamp will get it, trying to get to the outside. He is wrapped up. And it's Jarvis Howell. I really get the feeling he should be playing college somewhere. I don't know if he's in Division I. I mean, I think he could be, but I think he's going to play some college ball somewhere. He's really good. And he is a senior, so this should be it for him. Another great tackle by Howell. He's the team's leading tackler, showing you why there. All right, 2nd down from the 49. Center didn't quite snap the ball very smoothly. That'll be a false start. And it'll be a false start on Palm Bay. They got to work on that.
The Pirates 5 yards, replay the down.
And the center is should be Gavin Rodriguez. And it is 72 Rodriguez. Boy, he's a big guy. What is the center? He is really huge. All right, second down. They got to get to the 36. Second down, about 19. Throw near side is caught. To the 50, to the 45. He gets away up to the 40. And once again, it's Jarvis Howell having to push out of bounds to Lamarian Harris. So a big gain there, about 20 yards. Thompson to Harris. And we got whistles all over the place. Everybody's whistling. Whistle while you work. Whistle up a tune.
It'll be a first down and 10 for the Pirates.
They're resetting things. Again, a reminder, post-game show coming up. Zach and yours truly will head down to the field and definitely talk to a few Mustangs. Maybe Coach Tyler Murray. So stay tuned for that. Hand off to Beauchamp. Cuts it up the middle. Gets up over the 35 to about the 33. So again, stay tuned for our interviews. You'll see them later tonight if you want to go to sleep. They'll be on the website tomorrow. Again, Merritt Island will host St. Cloud next week. And again...
and take on Melbourne, who evidently scored 60 points tonight in their victory over a Christian school. All right, back to passes, Thompson. Thompson rolling out to the right, and he's just going to go out of bounds. Boy, I have no qualms about that. You're not going to win the game. Get out of bounds. Do not get hurt because, again, Kevin Mays doesn't have a backup quarterback. He told me that on the phone.
Wow.
Who am I going to send in a quarterback? And I guess O'Galley's got a problem in the quarterback position.
Yeah, their quarterback tore his ACL in their first game down at Vero Beach.
Well, that's terrible. Jeez.
That's definitely impacted O'Galley offensively in numerous ways.
And again, we'll hopefully see O'Galley later in the year. I mean, next week, boy, I'll tell you, not a confidence builder for O'Galley. They have to go to Cocoa next week. All right, Thompson back to pass, throwing it deep down the field. And it is, incomplete. So Caden Newton was the intended receiver. There are about 3 black shirts down there. Devontae Peterson was one of the 3. So it'll be a 4th down for Palm Bay. This is probably going to be their last offensive play of the game. Checking in for Merritt Island, 61. Jackson Johnson. Jackson, Jaxon. Jackson. More alliteration. Jackson Johnson. All right, 4th down and about 13. So this will be it for Palm Bay. Again, let's see if Thompson tries to go vertical here. He's got triple receivers out left. He's back to pass. He is looking. He is running. Why not? Up to the 20, 15, still on his feet. He's got the first down. But what a run by Thompson, but he gets demolished on the far side of the field. I mean, the one thing is you don't want him to get hurt. That was about a 35-yard run for Thompson. So Pirates will try and score here. They're down 39-8. We have exactly a minute to go, but they'd like to try and end this very difficult night on a positive note. Double receivers, both sides. And Thompson will hand it off. And I want to say that's Beauchamp. We'll double check. No, it's Blaze Brown. So again, Brown's got to be over 100 yards. Again, he had about a 30-yard run just a few moments ago. All right, 35 seconds to go. So Palm Bay, if they want to score here, they should be able to get off at least 2 plays. But they're trying to get organized here. Down to 25 seconds remaining. Thompson lining up the troops, double receivers both sides. He's back to pass, looking toward the end zone, and it's almost intercepted. He's thrown 3 of them tonight. That almost was his 4th. And that was Devontae Peterson. Boy, I'm giving him a lot of airtime lately. He's playing very well of late. 17 seconds ago, clock stopped.
So again, up here pretty quickly. And again, please tune in for our post-game interviews, which will appear later on. So it's going to be a big win again for Merritt Island. I'll tell you, they did not look very good in their kickoff classic against Central, but of course the game didn't count, so you don't worry about it too much. But since then, again, DeLand, 57-51, tough loss there, but They're going to be off to a 3-1 start. I think any coach would take 3-1. All right, third down play. Thompson back to pass, looking toward the end zone. Ball is incomplete and out of the hands of the receiver. That's going to bring up fourth down, and Palm Bay will get one more down with 13 seconds to go. So it'll be fourth down for the Pirates. You know, they get the first down to get to 5, but with 13 seconds to go, you just got to go for the end zone here. So you need 9 yards. And again, Thompson trying to line up the troops. Again, it's going to be triple receivers out to the right, including Demetrius Andrews, number 14. He doesn't see much.
Left, he's surrounded, but he gets out of it, and up to the 8-yard line. Clock stops momentarily. Can they get another playoff? 4 seconds to go. I mean, you know Palm Bay wants to get into the end zone, at least have something positive to talk about. And if Palm Bay has a timeout, they might use it here, and that'll extend our evening. So, hey, again, we want to thank the great people of Merritt Island.
Yeah.
Great hospitality again. Now, we might be back later in the year, but we've been here like 3 weeks, and we get the royalty treatment. So thank you, Merritt Island High. All right, they don't get the playoff. That is it. I'm J.C. Meyerholtz for Zach Clark. We're going to sign off. Stay tuned for our